All right, good. Wow, Beat, you're in good shape.
They hug afterwards.
Good, they hug. That's a manly thing. Wow.
You look good, Beetle.
It wasn't so much the punches as it was the smell.
Beetle.
No, it's just not the smell, but it's just the punch.
I think high pitch is back in the room.
Yeah, but hot pitch can't beat it. Hot pitch not that strong.
Beetle, let me tell you something. You look good there. Now
Yeah, I
you
look good. I look heavy.
Help Beetle with his headphones.
I look heavy.
Yeah, you look good.
All right.
But let me ask something. Is everything straightened out in the rest of Beetle's life? The
look
whole, because the last time I heard that Beetle wasn't even coming back to the.
Oh, that's fine.
No, that's fine though.
How did you get here?
I still get over.
How did he get here?
How did I get here? I got here in my butt. I got here in my car.
You have a car.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Beetle, there's a lot going on, man. I'm proud of you. I don't know what he's talking about, the smell in the car. That must have been high pitch.
Well, it is high pitch.
Right. All right. And we know it's high pitch.
Yeah, maybe they drove by high pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy here is a loudmouth. He's trying to say it was you, but it's
No,
high pitch.
it's not me.
You don't smell, do you?
No.
Hey, Bob, go ahead. I know you're anxious to speak to Beetlejuice. He has limited time because he has a lot of dates coming up. You can always go to jollydwarf.com to check out Beetlejuice if you want to. Yes.
Howard.
What is wrong, Bob?
This guy Beetlejuice, he got my girlfriend Priscilla pregnant.
You got Beetlejuice got your girlfriend pregnant?
Yeah, I did it.
What the heck is he talking about?
He's gonna leave me, fam.
Beetle,
What are you talking about, Bob?
Priscilla, you remember from the bar, from the Bantry bar at Garrison Beach?
He's saying you picked up his girlfriend at the bar and made love to her and got her pregnant, and he lost his girlfriend.
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
What are you talking about here, Bob? Give us more details.
All right, it was about a month ago. We were at the Bantry bar at Garrison Beach, and this son of a bitch stole my girl.
He's saying you stole his girlfriend.
At the bar.
You're such a ladies' man that
Which one he's talking about?
you probably didn't realize.
The one with the fake breast.
He probably.
Hey, that ain't my fault.
No, but listen, you know.
He's mad at you. You
don't
stole.
mad at me. Get mad at your wife. She's the one left you, not me.
Right.
But now she's pregnant.
I ain't got nothing to do with
When are you
that.
gonna take care of the baby?
All
I
right.
ain't got nothing to do with
How are you
that,
going to
brother.
take care of the baby,
Oh,
Beetle?
you're gonna name it the White Rapper, bitch.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that, pal.
High pitch
You
Eric.
can just say all that.
Hey,
but I
Howard,
can
how
speak
are you?
about that.
High pitch Eric is on the phone, Beetle, for you.
Yeah, what's up,
Howard,
Eric?
how are you? Ask Beetlejuice what he's wearing under his pants.
Yeah, what's under your pants?
What are
You
you
the
wearing?
fat one.
What are
That's
you
what I was
wearing?
going to tell you.
Look who's eating every day.
He's wearing diapers.
You wearing a diaper, Beat?
Yeah, sure.
You are? How come? Well,
No, I'm just using it just to.
just in case?
Were you
Yeah.
going to wear that during the fight?
Nah.
You're not going to wear a diaper during the fight, though.
Nah.
Because the other guy's going to laugh at
Hey, let
you
me
if
ask
you
you
do
something.
that.
Nah.
How does High Pitch Eric know what you're wearing under your shorts?
Because he knows he read too, so what is he talking
This
about?
is 2 guests in a row we've had wearing diapers.
He was in my room in Boston.
Oh, shut up, Pop. You broke the damn toilet bowl, so what do you say?
Right. Well,
You eat that 5 times a day. What do you say?
Hey, Beetlejuice.
who told you to wear a diaper, Sean?
Nah, nobody.
How'd you know how to wear them, even?
No, we just take them and we just buy them.
You buy
But
them.
how do you get into the diaper?
We just put them on.
Do they have a changing table for you?
Nah,
No?
nah.
Hey, Beetle. I'm doing a show this weekend at Circle. Want to
Yeah,
change your
what you
diapers on
just back
stage?
off, fat boy.
You
Right.
want to change your diapers on stage?
Yeah, they need to change yours too, because you too fat.
You know how to change your
You
diapers?
the stinky boy.
Hey, Beetle, you got nothing to be embarrassed about. You got to wear a diaper. You wear a diaper. Big
I
deal.
wear a diaper, but I'm not in a spine.
Right.
But
And you know what?
hey,
Hey, let me tell you
I
something.
respect myself to do it.
President Bush wears a diaper.
Yeah, a lot
Has
of people
Beetle been
wear.
wearing diapers?
What?
I only wear diapers like for 1 week.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing them this weekend in that car, I tell you that much.
Me? Oh, I was wearing one. I was wearing one.
Right. Well,
For
hey,
2 weeks I was wearing one.
And you never changed it.
Yes, I did.
he could change his own diaper.
Where do you keep your diapers?
Huh? I keep it in the boot bag.
In the boot bag. Okay.
A book bag.
A book bag.
Yeah.
Book bag?
Yeah, I got one
What
in the
book are
boot
you
bag.
reading? What books you got in
The
there?
book of diapers.
Yeah, I only got 2 diapers.
Right. Big
What's wrong
deal.
with that?
Hey, let me tell you something, Beat. A lot
Nothing
of,
wrong with wearing diapers.
nothing wrong with it at all.
He's reading potty time.
You know who used to wear a diaper? Tiny Tim.
That's
A
right.
lot of people wear diapers.
That's right. What's your favorite brand? Pampers?
Pampers is better. What's wrong with wearing it?
Yeah.
Just like it's underwear.
He's not into Depends. He's wearing like Huggies or something.
It's just like underwear, honey.
It's the same thing. In fact,
Same things as Pampers, like underwear.
what is it?
You think he could change his own diaper? I got a diaper right here. You think?
Yeah, then what is that gonna do?
Well, you take yours off right over here and then put a new one on.
Yeah,
Can you
right.
do that?
That's something you want to change your diaper now?
I don't need to change my diaper.
Sal will clean you up too.
Do
I
you
don't
know
need
when
nobody
you need to
cleaning
change
me up.
your diaper?
Hey, Sal,
I don't
you-
need nobody to change my diapers.
Yeah, big deal.
I wear big diapers.
Let me see you change your diaper.
Yeah, change your diaper.
I don't need nobody to change my diaper. I
Yeah,
got
change it
diapers
yourself.
on. My diaper's clean. What are you talking about?
So freshen up, get a new diaper.
Freshen up. We
I
got a
don't need.
baby.
I
on
got
me.
a new diaper. It's clean. What are you
Beetle.
talking about?
Beetle, do you know when you need to change the diaper?
I change my diaper when I feel like it.
Right, we got it.
I bet you can't change your diaper, Pete.
Oh, you can change yourself. So what do you say?
There's a rumor that Levy shows
got
up
me
at
there.
clubs now
So
with baby
I don't
wipes.
care what Bob Levy doing. It's none of my business.
Are you friendly with Bob? You like Bob, right?
Well, Bob Levy does a friend, so
Right.
it don't matter.
Yeah, Bob was saying when he was driving in the car, you needed to change your diaper.
Well, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Beetle, you don't use that diaper, do you?
No, not all the time. No,
Do you use it for number one or number two?
no.
Number two.
I don't do number two.
It's number
Maybe
3, 4, and 5.
No, maybe I think
know,
they do number
believe me.
2, but I don't do no number 2.
But if you do, you just change it, right?
Oh, I change it once in a while, but
Right.
I don't shit in them.
Oh,
I don't.
I love you, B.
I clean my body, so what's that?
That's all that matters, man. B,
That's all that's matter.
B, I'm worried about you with this big fight. I really am. I hope you're in top shape.
Oh, I'm in top shape.
All right.
Always.
you protect yourself at all times.
Always check myself.
All right,
All the time.
retarded flu is on the phone. Yes, hello. Yes, retarded flu. Uh-oh, it's the retarded flu. I don't want the flu.
Don't give me.
Don't give me the flu. Don't give me the flu. Hey,
Beetlejuice.
talk to the retarded flu.
Oh, I don't want to talk to you.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna make you sick, Beetle.
You got the flu, dude. Get away from me.
You be talking to that.
You got the flu, dude. Nobody want to be near you.
He said the flu says he's coming for you.
Yeah. You coming for me? Why? I'll be long gone.
Do you listen to him? He's coming for us. Do you have medicine?
Me? Oh, I got my own medicine. I ain't coming for you. You
Peter,
got your own thing going.
Peter, say shoo shoo, retarded flu.
Hey, Charlie, shoot, gone. Hey,
Oh, wait, you got him. You got him. He's dying.
Keep saying shoo-shoo
Keep
retarded
saying
flu.
shoo shoo, retarded
Oh,
flu.
you retarded. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
He's
retarded.
coming through the phone.
You retarded. You
You
retarded.
killed him. You killed him.
That's all you have to do. Shoo-shoo
Good
retarded
job.
flu, remember?
You got rid of him. Good job.
Now, if you could just get rid of that scent.
This man is going to be the next big thing in boxing. Beetlejuice is taking on a dwarf. I don't like to see you fight because I want you to be safe and sound and
And
healthy.
certainly,
Oh,
you know,
don't worry. I can be safe. Don't
'Cause
worry
you know
about
what
that.
happened to Muhammad Ali.
Beetle.
He was
I can be safe.
He was a-
Always safe.
Beetle, look at me. He was. You remember Muhammad Ali?
Mm-hmm.
He was a great fighter. He took too many blows to the head, and he
Right.
lost his marbles.
And he started talking gibberish.
Right.
You don't want that to happen to
he
you.
Me?
could get brain
I
damage.
got a brain a yo-yo.
Because some of these boxers get brain damage.
Me?
Right.
I'm used to that.
Right.
We want you to stay. We want you to stay
Me? I stay focused, honey.
You are focused.
You used to brain
All
damage?
right.
I stay focused.
Beetle, I'm so proud of you. I can't tell you. I feel like a father to a son.
And don't be ashamed. A lot of celebrities
I'm
wear
not
diapers.
ashamed.
Wear
Right.
diapers.
Don't
Like
be ashamed.
I'm not ashamed.
Paltrow.
Don't be ashamed.
I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, Apple
I'm
Paltrow
not
wears a diaper.
ashamed.
I think
never
the
did.
Pacino kids wear diapers.
Yeah, they wear diapers.
Pacino's kids
Well,
wear diapers.
Bettina wears them, so everybody wears them.
Hey, the book Beetlejuice for a bachelor or a
Bachelor
club
party's
party.
coming up soon.
JollyDwarf.com. I know
Right.
you're a crowd pleaser
You love
there.
to do that.
Is the dwarf that you're fighting black or white? The one up in
Oh,
Delaware.
it's going to be white.
White. White.
Right.
White, black. Oh, Muhammad Ali is on the phone. Hold on. Hi, Muhammad.
How's Muhammad Ali?
The great
What's up,
boxer.
buddy?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I want to come out of retirement and fight Beetlejuice.
Oh.
It's been 20 years
Oh,
since
now
I
you want to
boxed.
fight me now, huh?
And may I say praise Irish John.
Oh, it's
And
not
double
as
A
you,
for
I
all the
believe,
girls
huh?
he picks up.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
hope you pick it up, huh, Ali? Me and you be in the ring soon.
Well, how's that for a fight? You and Muhammad Ali.
I hope
Congratulations.
you all to it, Ali. I hope you all to it.
That's good enough for HBO, I think.
Pat, you are the midget, and you claim to be fighting Beat.
Howard,
Yeah.
I'm going to kick Beat's little retarded ass Friday night.
You gonna kick my ass? I don't think so. Why don't you come and fight me then,
He
you
is.
little
This is
tough
the guy. This is the guy.
Hey, Beetle, you know me. It's me, Pat, from Philly, and you're going to get your little ass kicked in Springfield or
Yeah, I
Delaware,
don't
wherever
think
you
so,
want it, you little
pal.
retard.
Retard? I'm not retarded. You the retard.
Beat,
Hey,
you
did I
gotta
tell you
beat.
that I knocked your retarded sister
Yeah,
up, Beetle?
yeah. You look like a retarded. How about like a retarded you?
Hey, Beat, you got to take this guy and make mincemeat out
Oh,
of
I'll make a meat out of you, boy.
Hey, Beetle,
him. Yeah.
I knocked your retarded sister up. She's pregnant with
I
my
don't
baby.
have a sister, you retarded.
Yes,
Right.
you do. I seen her on the E! Show with your retarded mother.
Let's
Beat.
go eat a meatball.
Right. Go eat a meatball. He'll meet you
I
in the
eat
ring
you. I eat you a lot, boy.
in Delaware.
Just sit in the car with Beetle. He'll knock you out. Believe me.
Beetle can knock you out just being in the car.
Believe me.
And once he gets his fists up, he will devour that man.
I will bow you down, boy.
All right, Beat.
What color diaper are you going to wear for the bout?
Well, I don't wear diapers.
In the black diaper.
Hey, they can laugh all they want, Beat.
You can laugh all you want, but I'm still proud of it.
All right. Good for you. Beat, you should be proud. We'll all go to jollydwarf.com to read about all of your doings.
Right.
All of your fans are going to show up in Delaware, I'm sure, for the big boxing match.
Yeah.
Be safe, my friend.
Always gonna be safe.
And
Always.
in the words of my good, dear hero, Bernard Thibault,
Always be safe.
Bernard T.
Always.
let me ask you, what is your favorite word
Well, my favorite word is good.
and your least favorite word?
Well, it's bad, but it's good.
Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence, sir.
Thank you.
It is a great honor.
Thank you.
Yo, put your shit down and show them what you made of. For real, bro. Show them what you made of, dog.
I'll give him a punch, but.
Nice. What if you get knocked out, man?
Me? I got brains, dude.
Level that we could call human. He needs a woman to bring him back into the fold.
It's not working on his own, clearly.
No, he's one of those guys. You know, they say that men who marry live longer. And Artie's one of those people. He's not going to live a long life if he doesn't hook up with somebody.
So
The woman would help him have a life.
And as a female coworker, from your perspective, because I really didn't see the big deal. He threw in a hat, he missed a shower, big deal, but it seems as though Howard made a big deal of it.
Well, you're 20-something, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's 40-something. He shouldn't still be acting like a guy who's just out of college.
Right, so if he wants to get, he's a single man, if he wants to start getting some chicks, he can't be pulling this anymore.
Well, I'm saying he needs a chick.
Right.
And this is, he's the perfect guy for some chick who's looking for a guy because he definitely needs you.
Well, only time will tell, I guess.
Let's go to Lisa G. Lisa, hi, you're on the air.
Yes, thank you.
Howard 100 News.
Yes.
Yes.
Pictures have surfaced on Stern Fan Network of Sal the stockbroker kneeling next to the exposed scrotum of a fan as Sal autographs the man's testicles.
Oh. Jesus.
The man who took the
there it
pictures
is.
claims that Sal then proceeded to kiss the fan's testicles.
They don't have pictures of that?
Oh, my God, look at that.
He didn't kiss the testicles.
Sal, what's
Sal,
going
did you
on?
kiss the testicles?
He is gay.
Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
He's touching them.
Would you ever do that if a guy asked you?
Is that a Sharpie or a ballpoint pen?
That's a Sharpie.
Ballpoint.
It better be a
It looks
Sharpie.
like a ballpoint.
Sal, did you kiss the guy's balls? Tell the truth.
I don't,
You don't remember?
I don't kiss and tell.
That's not a good thing.
yeah, I don't kiss and tell. I don't know, he was a fan from a show. I remember signing his balls, which I thought
Right,
was
there's
nice.
the picture.
Well, that's
That
definite.
means he kissed him.
You like that.
It was unique, many,
And then you kissed the balls.
I might have, I don't remember.
All right, so you did.
I don't confirm or deny it.
Right. Wow. What's going
you
on?
remember
Maybe I think,
it.
it was just like, when you're,
No, really, what are you doing?
you're in a party event, there's a lot of people, they're cheering you on.
You kiss a guy's nuts.
You kiss a guy's balls.
What's going on?
I think I had a lot of alcohol in me that
Are
night.
you gay?
No.
Yes.
Dude, I'm not gay at all. I am so not
Dude,
gay.
you're gay.
No.
No, you're a little gay at least.
You kissed the guy's nuts.
Sal, I'm going to give you
I
the
think I
benefit
might
of the
have
doubt here, but really, I don't think as a heterosexual guy I could, under any circumstances, kiss a guy's nuts.
Yeah.
You're gay. I'm faggot.
All right, thank you, Sal. Really shocking news story there, Lisa. Thank you.
All right, the holiday issue of Sound and Vision magazine hits stands next Tuesday, and Gary Dell'Abate's Gadget Gary column features a holiday wish list from the Stern Show producer. The top 3 holiday items Gary desires are an iPhone, DirecTV satellite to go, and the Kaleidoscope 3U, which costs $27,000.
What is a kaleidoscope?
So you can play DVDs throughout your whole home. It's like a DVD jukebox.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Joey,
$27,000.
I didn't say I was buying it. It's a wish list.
You really want that? Do you really?
Why do you want that?
You really into watching DVDs over and over again, huh?
No, it's just, again, it's one of those things, like, if you could have anything you wanted. Yeah, cartoons and DVDs is a big correlation.
Robin, we got
No, you want to collect...
We got to get that there.
Do you collect DVDs?
I wouldn't say I collect them. I get them because when I travel a lot, like, I'll get a series or when I'm working out, which may happen again sometime in the next year, like, I'll get on the elliptical. Like, I watched the whole series of The Wire.
But you want it stored in a system forever? And, like, so you can always watch The Wire over and over again? Like, once you watch The Wire, you can watch it again?
I actually would watch that show again. But right now, all the shows I wouldn't watch again. But it's nice to have stuff stored in there if you want to go to a movie. Again,
Wow.
Howard, it's not something that I'm ever going to get. It's just a
Again,
wish
is this
list.
hardware?
I'll write a fucking column here. Cut me a break.
Is this hardware where you have to actually put the DVDs in?
Yes, I would have to hire Vinny Favale to rip them all in.
There's Sal in his Gary mask with his DVDs.
His collection.
Yeah, actually, the other cooler thing, Howard, is you get DirecTV. It's like a suitcase.
Yeah.
And it's got a big screen on it, and wherever you go.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Sam's always getting things thrown
I would get out
at
of the line of fire, asshole.
Gary, that's not right to throw a CD.
It's always CDs.
It's like a suitcase, and wherever
So
you
let me
go.
ask you something. If you get this system, let's say you got it. Let's say someone gave you a gift of this system. You would take all these DVDs, even like DVDs of old television show series, and put it in there and watch them over and over again?
I don't know that you watch them over and over again. It just gives you an ability to
What, like a
watch whatever
library?
you want. Like if you go through it, it's a library. You might say, "Oh, I feel like watching this."
And you'll watch the same thing?
I don't know. I don't have it.
Why not just not get it and then once in a while go to a website and download a DVD or go to
Netflix or something.
Or go to Netflix and get if you're that
This
anxious.
is for what you already own.
I see. I know, but why would you own DVDs?
Yeah, that's a dumb thing to own. I
Really, why?
I can't imagine why any moron would own DVDs.
Well, then there's something wrong with both of you. Who's just sitting on
I
DVDs?
buy DVDs to watch on the plane.
I mean,
And then what do you do with them? You throw them out, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's going to save them. He's going to archive them.
You really throw out a DVD
I
after
give
you
them
watch
to
it once?
people.
Oh.
I mean, I don't keep them.
I
Howard throws them away, Artie. Howard actually throws them away.
No, I give them to my assistant, and she gives them to the people who work with me. I mean, I don't throw them away if it's a movie, but if I see the movie once, how many times am I going to watch the movie? If I'm that desperate to see it again, I'm not going to have a $27,000 storage system.
Really?
for the same movie. And for $2, I can rent.
Yeah, but it's much smarter to play chess.
Let me see you play me. Why don't you challenge me to a game?
I'm saying that
Let's see
chess
what a
is-
genius
chess
you are. Chess is about the most difficult mental.
Boring. It's fucking boring. I mean, you like it, it's fine, but it's fucking boring.
No, you're just too stupid to do it.
That's what you would say to make yourself feel better.
No,
But
I
it's a
just know it.
it's
You're
a-
dumb.
It's a fun. Listen, if it's fun
If you had a
for you,
fucking
it's fine.
brain in your head, you'd be able to do something intellectual besides stare at the same movie on the screen. Get out of
I
here.
hope it doesn't cost your relationship.
Whether it's, of course, it's boring. That's like showing Gary the retard a math algorithm. Of course, it would be boring to him. If you have the abilities of a fly, then it would be boring. I mean, imagine showing Gary the retard the book, the Bible, to read. He'd say, "This is boring." Now, someone with an intellectual capacity would say, "There's a wealth of information here." And for $27,000,
I think I could find better uses for it than
like a
storing
brain
DVD.
transplant.
Would you like to go over item number 2 now?
What's item number 2? Oh, there's the Gary mask, and he's trying to figure out what to do with his
The
DVD.
asshole figured out to be in his own studio.
Sal's trying to figure out how to store his DVD. He's scratching his head.
He'll have plenty of time to rip him in when his wife leaves him.
You know, I wasn't insulting your intelligence, Gary, and then then you had to start him with chess.
Why don't you be honest?
I'm not. I was curious as to why.
Why don't you admit what you basically said was what kind of a moron would watch DVDs over and over again? I mean, at least be honest.
All right, you're right. I mean, I'm calling you a moron. You're right. Okay, you're right. All right, fair enough. Now I see why you attacked me. And I do believe Gary would be good at chess if he'd apply himself to something intellectual.
Sal, come here, Sal. Dude, come on. You're not making such a good case for this heterosexuality.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think I kissed him. I wasn't sure. But, you know, it's one of those fun nights, you know. It's all good. I might have. He's a lucky guy. That's all I can say.
He sure is. So, Gary, you take a lot of crap on the show, but it seems like the one thing that really sets you off is when Howard or someone else in the studio tries to make you seem dumb.
It's okay. It wasn't even like he was trying to make me seem dumb, which he was, but it's just he likes to take whatever my hobbies are and say that they're stupid. And this wasn't even a hobby worth defending. I wrote a column on a wish list of stuff that I'm never going to use. I'm never going to spend $27,000 on a all-room DVD distribution system. And halfway through the argument, I realized he was just fucking with me, and that's why I started being like more of a dick back to him.
Because the whole thing was hypothetical, and he was trying to make it...
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, you write a column with, cool stuff that you want that you would never buy for yourself. And, again, like Howard says, you got to fill 4 hours. I got to fill a column.
So same premise.
Yeah, he's just, he starts fucking with me. He sees I get a little upset and he goes with it. And then, like that one could have been a lot worse, but I realized halfway through that he's just breaking my balls.
So you kept yourself in check, but went on the offensive a little bit.
Yeah, I took a shot at his chest because chess is, he can say whatever he wants about it. As a man, there's no defense for it.
Now, what about when Sal starts attacking you with the mask? After all he's been through in the last couple of weeks, you weren't necessarily...
He's wounded. That boy's wounded.
But does it take a lot out of it after you've seen him cry, you've seen him down on his luck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I know what's behind the mask, and it's a sad clown.
Hey, man, I know you got ready in a hurry today, but why is Howard making such a big deal out of it? I don't see this is any different from like a normal outfit, like just because you're wearing a hat.
Oh, what kind of fucking bullshit is that, dude? What an awful insult. Just because Robin's not hitting on me.
No, I'm saying I don't see what the big deal is. Like
a finger in your ass?
Yeah, it's okay.
What?
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
2?
No, I never said 2.
How many you get back there?
How many fingers have you had in your ass all at once? I'm being honest.
First of all, how far?
How far a finger goes up your ass? I'm being serious. I want to know.
I never measured.
How many knuckles?
Does a chick get her whole finger in your asshole?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Is there a more disgusting image than Ronnie with a girl's finger up his ass?
Whoa. That girl.
Richard,
what is she thinking?
How do you get the finger up your ass? In other words, you'll...
Lubrication?
Like, what's going on back there? Are you that wet back there?
Spit? It's ridiculous.
Are you wet back there?
Yeah, I'm wet.
Does she spit on her fingers?
Dude, I'm losing my voice now. I gotta go to Rick's tonight, man. What's going on?
Whisper it to us.
No.
What's wrong with
you? I
you?
don't know, man. It's allergies or something.
You gotta go to Rick's tonight.
Bullshit.
You gotta go to Rick's tonight and get ass fucked.
So you like a finger in your ass? Some guys like that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did she lick back there first?
Dude.
To get it ready?
Don't even start.
Does she pull it out when you finish?
Yeah, goodbye.
Thank you.
I swear he said vibrator, Howard.
All right.
Don't swear because you're gonna die.
Ronnie, I would not. I don't come in and just make shit up. I know you said that.
Yeah, I don't come in and make shit up.
You got a log, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Gary's got something here. Got some kind of proof.
Well, this is what it says on the log.
Okay.
It says that Richard was talking to Ronnie in the hallway, and Ronnie said he used a vibrator in his ass, and then it says Ronnie says it may or may not have happened.
So maybe some chick was messing around back there with a vibrator.
Little vibrator or something?
Absolutely not. He made that up.
I didn't make it up.
No, you're in the log. It's you saying it may or may not have happened.
What log? In the hallway? There's no log in the hallway.
Jason's got it. It's we take notes from the show.
What do you got, Jason?
Here's what happened.
Yeah.
Richard said that Ronnie said he put a vibrator in his ass. Ronnie said that he may have used vibrators in sex before, but never went in his ass.
There you go.
But it was, but he did admit it was near his ass.
So he says to me, "Did you ever have a vibrator in your ass?" I said, "Maybe, or near it." So I go, "Yeah, but not by a guy."
Right.
Yeah, but
What's the big deal? What's the breaking story?
Richard, you're gay, and you want to bring other people into your party.
Right.
No,
There's nothing wrong with it.
want to say everybody's gay.
Have you ever had that done, Howard?
No. I've had a girl try to put a finger up my ass, but I clenched. Why do you want to vibrate in your
I
ass?
never said it was in my ass, did I? Did I say that?
I don't know what you're saying out there.
Well, it was okay. Then I'll admit
What do you do
it was
with it
near
then?
your ass.
So what do? You put it under your balls?
I think he rubs it around the asshole. Yeah.
You rubbed the vibrator around your asshole?
Right around the Jason. Right around the pucker.
What is fucking wrong with you?
Well, that's what you said, dude.
That's what I said. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. What do you want now?
Sal's got something to say.
Yeah, okay.
I have to back up Richard. I asked him about the
Back anybody up.
I asked him about the vibrator on the asshole.
Yeah.
And he explained to me. I hope you don't get mad.
He explained to you.
Ronnie explained to me that he likes the vibrator pressed on his taint around his prostate. You said that.
Sal.
He likes
Wait, what is that? He what?
He likes it on his taint pressed against his prostate.
So that's not that bad.
Ronnie just threw him out.
See, I wasn't that far off, Howard.
Richard, you say what happened and then let Ronnie confirm or deny. Go right ahead.
We had a conversation in the hallways. Now, it has been a while. I don't remember exactly how it came up, but the subject of having vibrator ass play on guys came up, and Ronnie was like, there's nothing really wrong with that.
No, I never said there was anything wrong with it.
No,
You never
that's
said there
what
was
I'm
anything
saying.
wrong with it.
You were saying
Right.
there's nothing wrong
Right.
with that.
I didn't say there was anything, but I never
lot of
said I
nerve endings
stuck one.
back there.
I never said I stuck one in my ass.
Well, no,
brains.
then
That's- you
after
exaggerated
said
that out.
No, after you
Okay.
said that, I said, "Oh, Ronnie, you've had some stuff
Oh,
done
Ronnie,
back there."
the way- look at
and
you.
you said, "Yeah, maybe." And then it came
Yeah,
up.
maybe.
Then it came up that you had messed around with. Now we get the facts straight that it was your taint, not your butthole, that was vibrated.
I never really said that either. You stupid ass.
You told Sal that. Sal.
I didn't tell Sal anything. Yeah.
Well,
Get over here,
Yeah,
Sal.
I told Will that too. Yeah.
Will,
Yeah.
what's going on?
This
And
looks
then
like,
Sal.
looks like the Mike Ganji gang up again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's
okay.
the
Go ahead.
story. This is no bullshit at all.
Right.
So Ronnie comes in my room after
There's no such thing from your mouth. There's no bullshit.
Listen, Ronnie comes in my room. I go, Ronnie, what's the deal? And he pulls me aside, and we're talking man to man.
So full of crap.
I swear to God.
You don't swear to God because you.
Hold
Don't
on.
do
I
it,
go,
man.
Ronnie, what's the deal with the vibrator up your ass? He goes, he said, it's not up my ass. He goes, here's the deal. He goes, you know what those Korean girls, when they massage the prostate? He goes, it's the same technique. She takes the
I
vibrator.
love the part where you go, "No, I have no idea what you're talking about."
Yeah, right. Yeah. How do you know about that? About the girls massaging your prostate?
When I was 15, I went to a lot of massage parlors.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sal.
So anyway, he goes, you know how the girls massage the taint, the prostate? I go, yeah. He goes, it's the same deal. They take the vibrator, they press it against the taint, and they work the prostate with it. And that was it. And he goes, and it feels great.
Gary.
Yes.
John, do you really believe I went into that kind of detail?
I would think that I'm going to say that I don't believe Ronnie would be that open in your studio, knowing that
I
the
swear on my
microphones are
children.
constantly.
I
Oh,
swear
don't
on my-
do
Hold
that,
on a second.
man.
That's a new thing.
No, I'm
Swear on
not
the
kidding.
kid.
He's such a liar. He's
And I don't
such a
think
liar. Dude.
I honestly don't think
How
it's
do you
that.
swear on your kids?
Yeah, how do you
Because
involve
it's-
Ronnie's asshole in your kids?
My God.
The thing is,
You really-
it's not that big of a deal. That's why I think Ronnie said it to me, because who cares?
Is it a big deal to you?
I'll take a jackhammer against my taint. I don't care.
Yeah,
As
we've
long as
done
it
a
makes
lot
you feel
worse.
good. What do I
We've done
give a
worse
shit?
stuff
Sal,
than that on
You've
the
licked
air.
each other's taints.
Yeah.
If I said it, I would admit it.
And you did.
I
Why did you
didn't.
grab me by the throat today to drag me away from the mic
Because
when I was telling the story?
you're making up bullshit.
Well, then what?
no.
Okay, then Ronnie, set us straight. What have you done? With
I'm
the
not telling
vibrator?
you shit.
Why not tell us?
I'm not telling you shit.
So
Why
you
would-
have done
Why
something.
would I tell you?
So you've done stuff with
Look,
vibrators.
I gotta go.
Will
I got
Murray.
more important
See,
things to do.
when it comes down to it, you won't
No.
answer.
Richard, let
It
Will
is,
talk.
seriously.
Go
Now,
ahead,
let
Will.
Will talk.
Richard
now.
and I were in the hall one day, and we're having a conversation, and we were just like, has anyone ever fooled around with you back there? And then Ronnie comes over, he's like, I can fit anything back there. He just started bragging about it.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
like,
okay.
fruit,
Well.
sports equipment. I think you said something about a tennis racket.
A universal
back there.
gym.
Yeah, right.
I was like,
Pet
dude,
cock.
A DVD.
we don't want to hear that
right?
kind of crap. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. All right. Surely
NCAA aluminum bat.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't care, Ronnie. In my mind,
No, you do care.
In my mind,
that's the problem. You care too much.
No, in my mind,
that's the whole
there's
problem.
been a vibrator in your ass.
You care way too much.
caring.
In
Well,
my-
I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind in the entire serious world that there was a vibrator in your asshole. Over time, you will get closer and closer to giving the details of it, but it's been established.
I would tell you if it was in there.
You did tell us.
No, I didn't.
You did when you said, I won't give details. Then we all saw the details. We saw you and your little white legs trembling as you manually inserted a red vibrator in your own ass while giving yourself a reach around.
Thank you, Mr. Tall.
All I'm saying, Ronnie, is if I admitted once, I put a number 2 pencil up my ass while I jerked off as a teenager. It's what I used to do.
Could you do me a favor?
I admit
Could you call Bobo and ask him about getting some of that system
What are you
shit
even
for your
saying?
head?
What are you even saying?
Get your hair.
I know, but
All right,
Ronnie,
Greg's bald.
don't
It's
take
okay.
don't take a new tack.
Yeah.
I make jokes about being bald. I make jokes
Okay,
about
that's
putting a
all
pencil up my ass. All I'm saying is you can't tell us. Don't give us the Bill Clinton I didn't inhale
No, that's
bullshit.
bullshit.
You put a vibrator
No,
near your
dude,
asshole, but
fuck
somehow
you,
didn't find
asshole,
its way
because
in.
if I fucking did it, I would tell you.
No, you
all
wouldn't.
right? Yes, I would.
No, because you like to toy with going there, and then you pull
I
back.
don't toy with anything.
You
I
toy
don't
with the vibrator.
No, I don't toy
You
with
just
anything.
admitted you toy with the vibrator.
Look, can I just say something on record? 2 weeks ago, Ronnie was wearing a purple turtleneck. You do not wear a purple turtleneck if a vibrator hasn't been up your ass at some point. That's all I want to
Okay,
say.
sure. Mr. Fashion Coordinator over there.
Ronnie, watch out! Watch out!
Jason's got a vibrator in Ronnie's face.
Thank you, sir.
Jason, are you
I
unaware
agree
that
with
a
you
bear
100%.
just
It was
ate
bad
someone?
hat.
Jason, you're unaware that a bear just ate someone the other day? He'll kill you.
Jason, can you what's your take on this? Is it a rumor? Is it true?
What's your taint on this?
Oh, my take on it. If Ronnie likes a vibrator in his ass, that's Ronnie's business, man. I mean, the guy likes to live life.
And why wouldn't I admit it if I did?
Well, think about it.
Dude, I can think of 1,000 reasons why I wouldn't admit it.
All day
Why would
long,
you?
he's sitting in a
Why?
car that's
Why?
vibrating. It's all foreplay. It's all leading up to him getting home and driving that fucking thing home. Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, with the size of you, you don't need a big vibrator, right?
Ronnie's worried about what Tony Stewart, all the
Cell phone?
NASCAR guys would think
Oh,
if
you
he
don't-
had a vibrator in his
You don't
ass.
think those guys
yeah.
do it too?
Yeah, right.
I don't think a vibrator in the ass is something a guy admits to. Like, I mean, if you're into it, that's cool, but I can see why you wouldn't admit to it. It's not.
But Jason, let's break that down.
Look, Wimpy,
if you are into
Wimpy,
it, is that really cool?
Wimpy, go get another hamburger, okay, Wimpy?
It's cool. It's cool for Ronnie, man.
See, something had to have happened because Ronnie dragged Sal out of the studio today so fast.
Because he's full of shit.
Yeah, but why did you?
So's your vibrator.
Why did you have to drag him?
Fitsdog.com.
Columbus Funny Bone tonight through Sunday.
Yeah, Rick's Cabaret tonight and tomorrow night with Gary.
Bring the vibrator.
Philadelphia, grand opening. 100 beautiful girls.
I'm sorry, did I call it a red vibrator? It's brown now.
All right, let's settle things down. Back to the phones. Tom, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Ronnie taking a little action up the ass. I've done it before.
Good.
I'm straight. My wife, we went out and bought some toys, and my wife wanted to play around, and she wanted it in her, and the only way she would do it, or I wanted to put it in her, but the only way she would do it is if I let her do it to me, so I let her do it to me. Not the whole vibrator, just that long stick thing.
What?
There's nothing wrong with that, Ronnie.
A stick thing?
What's the long stick thing?
What kind of stick?
I don't think Ronnie's saying if there's anything right or wrong about it. He's just saying if he did it, he would admit it.
Right, exactly. If it was in my ass, I would admit it.
What about if it was on your taint?
What's the difference?
See, you won't admit that, dude.
Would you admit it if it was on your taint?
Okay, you happy?
I
admit it, okay?
What's the
You admit
difference?
it?
Are you happy now?
What's the difference?
It was
1
on-
inch and
Are you
sexual
happy?
orientation.
You admit it. It was on your taint. Yay!
Truth shall set you free, homo.
Yeah, but it wasn't in my ass. It wasn't in my ass.
It wasn't in your ass.
No.
Okay, I was wrong about that, but
All right.
it was near
But you
your
made
ass.
it all up so you would get me to
No,
admit
I
to this,
didn't.
okay?
From my recollection, it was in your ass. I
Hey,
was
look,
wrong.
it's closer to his asshole than it was an hour ago. Let's keep pushing.
Yeah, right.
Okay, it was on your taint. Now let's get the details. What
it-
happened?
No,
exactly.
By Monday, it'll be
I'm
tickling
not
his
telling-
uvula.
I'm not telling you.
Ronnie,
Yes.
was it a one-time thing or is this something?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I think people
Why
want
does
to
it-
know.
What do you mean people want to know?
Do you guys want to know if it was a one-time
Oh,
thing?
Yes,
the assholes in
absolutely,
here want to
John
know.
Hine.
Yeah, okay. Shut up, Jason. Go
No,
get
what-
a hamburger.
Is it only on holidays you do that, or like every night?
Come on, I got to save my voice for tonight, guys.
How'd you lose your voice already?
I don't
Ronnie?
know. I have
What's
no clue.
What's the plan for tonight?
What do you need your voice for?
What is that? Oh. You're not Fred, Teddy, believe me.
What's the plan for tonight?
Grand opening at Rick's in Philadelphia at 6 o'clock. We got press coming, you know, interviews, pictures, all that kind of crap. You know.
He'll sign your vibrator.
Yeah, I'll sign your vibrator.
Are you going to sell dildos? You should sell dildos after the show.
I should, shouldn't I?
Honestly.
Yeah, I should have them printed with my name on it.
But I'm not kidding. Look, you could make a lot of money if at the strip club they had Ronnie dildos with your face on it that women could take home and put your face inside.
That's a good idea.
And
that
at
really
home,
is. I like that idea. Thanks. Thank you.
Take it. Run with it.
I heard a disturbing story about Sal and Richard.
There's nothing but disturbing stories. With
these two guys were working this weekend somewhere, and they took the plane. And Sal pleasured himself on the plane ride.
Oh, my God.
And he went into the bathroom, and the only reason he went, because Richard came over to him and said, "Oh, I just pleasured myself in the bathroom." And then Sal goes, "Oh, I got to go do that, too."
Oh, my God.
And that's not the Mile High Club, as far as I know. You got to be with a woman.
Yeah, there's no club that belongs to. That's the losers club.
What's the deal? Did you guys pleasure yourself on the plane?
Yeah, well, the reason I did it is I wanted to fall asleep on the plane, and to me, like, that's the best way to fall asleep.
Huh.
So I went in the bathroom. I made sure nobody was waiting in line because I knew it'd take me a little while. And the bad thing about doing that is those airplane toilets use air to push everything down, so it wouldn't get rid of what I had left in the toilet.
You flush it like a regular toilet.
Well, I did.
I'm going to throw up, by the way.
Yeah, this is...
Really? Because now I can't go to the bathroom in a plane anymore.
But it wouldn't get rid of it, so I literally had to take toilet paper and put my hand in the toilet and kind of get rid of everything.
Why bother going to the bathroom at all? Why don't you just do it right there?
I thought about it because I had a blanket and...
Wow, you got the first base. You're a comedian on the road. You got the first base. You're 42 years old.
Look at you.
That's what 13-year-olds brag about.
All right.
But no, we all went to this club. Well, I went to this club with her, and I'm up in this VIP section. She knows the owner of this club. It's like a dance club. And we're hanging out up there and drinking. All of a sudden, Sal shows up with two large black women on his arm. And he's laughing. He goes, "Hey, check out my bitches."
Yeah, I heard about this.
Oh, my God.
What are they doing?
Sal wants to get laid so bad. You know, Sal was at some comedy club, and he calls, first of all, he gets these two girls to call Gary and call him a dirty, filthy monkey on the phone.
Wait a minute, they
made
called...
sexual advances towards Gary on the phone. They said they wanted to lick his monkey, you know what, and everything else.
Goodness.
Yeah,
So this is on the weekend. Gary's getting phone calls.
1:30 in the morning from Sal. Hey, see, but it's no good with all the bleeps.
I know.
You know, you got to play this at satellite. This was Sal harassing Gary at 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, Gary, I got a bunch of drunken, psychotic whores who love you. They want to suck your monkey. Come here, here's the first one. Ready? Yeah, speak.
I want to lick your mouth and teeth and rub my all over you.
Nope. Yeah. Come on, don't be out. No Baba Booey. Come on. Don't want to hear you. Come on, Baba Booey, they love you. Wait, Gary, they told me to call you. Come on, say something real nice.
I can't wait to see you so I can suck your and let you all over my big
You see, Gary? You see what I do for you? Because I love you. Gary, I have a hot...
So here he's got, Sal thinks he's doing Gary a favor because he's got these girls calling him at 1:30 in the morning, telling him he wants to have his monkey, suck his monkey.
Sal's just using that as a ruse. He just wanted to hear him talk dirty.
I know.
Those women wanted nothing to do with that phone call. We're in the middle of the street. They're with their husbands.
And Sal sees these two black chicks, and he goes, "Come here, my black bitches." And they dug it, I guess.
Yeah,
Gary says they dug it.
I said, Richard was upstairs with that girl, and she was sucking on his yellow teeth. And I'm walking to the club, and two women come out of, like, this ghetto club. You know, they were all ghettoed out. You know, the tattoos, the cesarean scars, the works. Right. And I just say, hey, I just put my arms over their shoulders. I go, "It's my black bitches." And they started giggling.
Oh.
And if you giggle at my stupidity, you're in trouble.
I thought they'd kick your ass.
Yeah, I'm like, he's taking a huge chance.
That's a big leap.
Yeah.
You're quite the charmer.
I can't get any action, so I just make fun of women because I can't do anything. So nothing. If they
So when you called them the black bitches,
they said F you, I would laugh just the same because that's not.
So
like,
then you brought him around with you all night?
Well, I put my arms around him. No, and Rich is upstairs, so there was the after party after the comedy show. So that's where I was heading, and I happened to see the black girls. I put my arms around him, and when I said, I go, you black bitches want to go to a VIP party? So one of the girls goes, for VIP, you can... can I say the word F at least or no?
Yeah, F.
She goes, you can F my P and you can F my A.
Oh.
I go, wow,
VIP is everything.
Yeah.
I didn't even booze them up yet, you know? So I get upstairs, I got them around me, and there's Richard talking to this broad. And I'm going up to the bouncer. I'm going up to anybody I can because they gave me the right to say black bitches. So I go, check out my black bitches. And they're saying hi to everybody. And I go up to a stranger. Hey, look at my 2 black bitches. Then I get up to Richard and this girl. And I go, Rich, look at me. I got 2 black bitches. And the girl jumps out of her seat, pulls the girls away from me. She goes, how dare you let this guy demean you like this? He's disgusting. He's a scumbag. Have some respect for yourself. And I'm just standing there. I'm rocking back and forth because I'm drunk off my ass, and I'm thinking maybe a threesome's going to go down. And all of a sudden, these black bitches look at me like I am like a Klansman, and they take off, and my party's over.
That must be some VIP area with Sal and Richard in the VIP
They're
area.
the VIP.
Yeah, hey, we're going to take you to the VIP party. And who's in there?
What kind of threesome did you think was going to go down? Listen, when you're delusional drunk and you're calling girls black bitches and they're laughing, you think anything can... I don't know what was
Were
going
they
on.
hot?
Like no, they were awful looking. They look like the dancers of a Salt and Pepper video, you know? With the big earrings on, they have white sweatpants with no thong underneath. You see like the sweat and the crack in the back, you know? It was just a goof for me, you know? And then Richard's rapping with this Tony Katane girl, and she's just read them the Miranda rights, whatever. And that's it. And then I end up sitting behind Richard by myself, babbling like a drunken fool.
Oh, he was furious after that.
That was it.
She was hot, huh? The chick he was with?
She was very, very impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was nice, yeah.
Did you tell her you pleasured yourself on the plane ride?
No, I haven't talked to her.
I needed to get to sleep real bad.
Did you get a number?
Yeah, I did actually.
Look
yeah.
at you.
And well, she called me while I was on my way to the hotel, and I was going to try and stay up and wait for her because we were maybe going to meet up at the hotel. But I was so drunk, I ended up passing out. And next thing I knew, Sal was banging on my door to get me up. So I don't know what happened. It just didn't work out.
Wait a minute. Richard got so drunk Friday night. We're walking down the street, and out of nowhere, he goes, "You know what? I just wish I was gay." I go, "What?"
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I go, Rich, the cameras are off. Doug is not behind us. He goes, I don't care about that. I'm sick of these women. You know, they're such pain in the asses. They want you to spend money on them and take them out. And all I want is some sex. He goes, that's why. He goes, I'm not saying I'm gay. He goes, but it's such a convenience to be gay because guys don't ask anything from you. So I wouldn't mind. I'm like, oh, Rich, you scare me.
You might be half a fag.
No, if I'm saying I wish I was gay, then I'm not gay.
You wish you were gay. You know what? Yeah, spinning will help. All right, anyway, guys, thanks for trying out karaoke. And it gives me ideas that perhaps when people want plugs, they'll do karaoke.
Or you know what? You know what might be good, too, is if bands want to... I know this one.
Yeah. Do you know this one?
We know.
Sing along.
Sal just jumped up and hit Richard in the face.
He's the gay one.
Yeah, right. Sal is absolutely gay.
I'm a prop.
He keeps pushing it in your face. All right.
Right, but at least Sal's a top.
No, I was going to say if bands want to come in and do their song, maybe they should have to sing this way.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like when McCartney comes in, if you don't sing it to Sal. All right. Thanks, Richard. Thank you, Sal. That was an interesting experiment.
You're
Thanks,
thanking
guys.
them for that.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I don't see anybody else doing it.
That's right.
All right,
Now he's got that mic in his pants.
Take the mic out of your penis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and throw it out.
Oh.
Jesus. Ouch.
What do you mean, ouch?
Oh,
rubber band. Talking to the penis, Mike. Yeah, I can't hear you.
He put rubber bands all around the microphone so it wouldn't fall out of his pouch.
And his
dick is purple.
Get it off there.
The rubber bands?
Oh, wow. He put it around the head of his Peter.
Oh, gee.
I wonder why Sal's wife cried.
All right, thank you, guys. All right, boys. All right.
I'm telling you, Richard trying to get a word in is the funniest thing because he has to keep bending down to Sal's crotch.
Oh, he loves it.
Well,
it's hysterical.
I've got to tell you, I don't think you'll ever see anything funnier than that. I mean, these boys are back there inventing all kinds of very funny material.
They are constantly.
You know when they talk about those original writers at your show of shows,
Yeah.
like Mel Brooks and
They
Carl
had
Reiner?
nothing on our writers.
I know people wrote me not to talk about Ross's wedding, but we convinced Sal. Sal is now somewhere talking to Will. You can't hear this. We convinced Sal that Richard Christie was invited to Ross's wedding. He's pissed. And
We can hear what he's saying.
No. Will, oh, here's Richard. How did you convince him you were invited?
Well, Will comes up just one day and he goes, "Hey, so I hear you're going to Ross's wedding." I was like, "Yeah." I was kind of surprised. You know, I know. I was playing it up for Sal, and I was going, "Yeah, I kind of know him. It's really cool that he invited me. You know, I've only met him a few times, but he's a real cool guy." And Sal was like, "I can't believe you got invited to his wedding. That's not right."
So I said to Sal during the break, I said, "Sal, I can't believe Richard was invited." And I'm like, "Hey, Richard, good. We'll hang out Saturday night." And Sal's out of his mind. He goes, "I can't believe a slot opened up from Ralph, and I'm not invited." And
We should make this quick because
yeah. Oh, okay.
And
so if you want to jerk him around, I can bring him in here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, you go get him.
Absolutely.
Tell him
You
that
know
we're
what
talking about the fact that Richard's going to the wedding.
Yeah,
It's funny because when you said Ralph wasn't going,
Right.
I figured, oh my, who gets that slot?
Anyway, so right. So anyway,
Golden ticket.
yeah. So there's a lot going on with Ross's wedding that we're all going to this
Yeah.
weekend. And Fred wasn't invited. The weirdest thing is Fred wasn't invited, but Richard Christie was.
I don't
and
understand
Richard Christie,
this list that Ross put together.
Yeah, sure. Fred isn't going either.
but Richard Christie was invited, and Sal was saying he thinks he should go, but you don't even know Ross really, do you?
I think I know Ross better than Richard. And
do?
I know Fred knows Ross better than Richard. And
Really?
Guess who's not going?
But why would you want to go? Is it to hang out with me? I mean, I said, first of all, I was shocked that Richard was invited.
Yeah, that was a
Me
big
too,
surprise.
yeah.
You know what? I did not know that at all until just a few minutes ago when somebody said to me, yeah, Richard got invited.
I went to Ross's bachelor party, and the scores one that you threw for him. That was great. We had a good time. I was deliberately polite, you know, to show that I'm a normal guy off the air.
Gary thinks Richard's at you're at my table.
Am I? Because
are you bringing a date?
I heard a couple names and I didn't recognize anybody, but I didn't know if that was the same one you were at or.
Are you bringing a date? He makes a good question.
Can I? I don't know. Can I?
Ross was saying that if he didn't put the plus one.
You didn't
But
put
no
plus
disrespect to Richard. I mean, how the hell does he invite Richard? I mean, I don't want to... Look, me and Richard do a lot of things together. We're almost like a comedy team at this point. But why would Ross just invite Richard and not me? I mean, Richard was even telling me off the air that he would rather I be there because we would have a better time.
Maybe he's had some personal experiences with Ross that you know nothing about.
Are you working Saturday night?
Yeah, I'm at a comedy show in Staten Island.
Oh, would you give it up if Ross invited you?
Yeah, of course.
I don't think he's going to invite you now, though.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You would give up money?
You would disappoint your audience?
What audience? 11 people?
Circles, I played that room. You'll sell out Circles.
I would disappoint the waiter, the bartender, and the
I don't
doorman.
even. But it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Why would you even want to go to a wedding on a Saturday night?
Let me ask you this, Howard. Would you mind if I went?
But I don't mind.
It's not his wedding.
I'm not inviting you.
Yeah.
That's not up to me.
Can he be your date, Howard?
Yeah, leave Beth home.
What do you mean, would I mind if you went? Absolutely not.
It's not up there.
I would love
Ross is inviting a bunch of people. Howard has no
Sal,
idea.
I'm going to hang out with Richard and get drunk. You might as well be there. Buddy, we are going to friggin' bond.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be a blast.
See these son of a bitches, what they do to me, Robin?
I'm not doing anything.
Well, I know
I wish
this
you were
must
coming.
hurt Sal.
I think I know why Ross didn't invite me.
Why?
Because when I first started working here, I used to analyze your friends. And I said, you hang out with pompous, arrogant guys. And I threw Ross into the mix.
Right.
And I know he had to say to you off there, who the F is this idiot to talk that way about?
Never said a word.
And I have to say
well,
now.
he certainly fixed him now, didn't he? He invited Richard.
He got me because it hurts.
But Sal wants to go to hang out with me.
And you know what?
That's what I think he realized.
You're right. Like, you don't care about Ross and Melissa getting married. You care about hanging out with Howard, right?
But nobody does.
Because Sal went to a wedding last weekend. Did you want to go to that one? Or?
No. Here's the funny thing. I was at a wedding last week. I'm at the bar, and these guys come up to me. They go, where's Richard Christie? I mean, we're at a wedding.
I had a thought that we could do something fun.
What?
Because I know Ross really respects your drumming.
Yeah.
He has a band coming. You
drum,
I'll sing.
If Sal was coming, he could play bass, but he ain't coming.
He's not going to be there.
Have an impromptu losers jam.
We'll do a losers jam once after we're loaded.
I'll do
Well,
tambourine.
Fred's not there, the guitarist for the losers.
Yeah. But Artie can get up
Artie
and sing.
can play the
I'll
gong.
sing. I'll do a little
AC/DC.
I'll do AC/DC. Yeah.
If you were going to be great, I would have you play
kill
bass.
myself in the parking lot. That's what I'll do.
But why?
Why kill yourself? What's the big deal?
Wait, hold on. You admittedly you don't know him that well. So if you're not invited, what's the big deal?
It hurts.
But why does it hurt?
Because I feel
You
like
don't know this
I'm
guy.
trying to.
Wait, he's trying to explain why it hurts. Let him explain. Gary, let him explain.
You know, I'm trying to be part of the family. You know, I want to. Yeah, and that's it. And I'm out. I'm always outed at this crap.
But you're not in Ross's family.
But you guys are. This is a family that Ross is bringing in.
Fred's not coming.
Fred's not coming. You and Fred could get
Fred
together.
is from a different planet. I mean, you know.
Because you're not invited, you can
No,
attack
but Fred,
me.
I don't understand. I think it's disgusting.
I love how you think that you'd even be ahead of me in getting invited.
No, I don't. I don't think that at all. But I'm shocked that he didn't invite Fred. You know, but
so why don't you just forget about yourself for a moment and say, I can't believe Richard Christie's going and Fred's not.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either.
I mean, if I was allowed to bring somebody, I would definitely bring you, but I...
Oh, my God. He would be a date?
Bring him as a date.
Why don't you bring him? Seriously.
You think? Well, I'll talk to Ross and see.
But if Richard wasn't going, why would you wouldn't care then, would you?
That's a good question.
What was your question?
If Richard wasn't going, Richard going changes everything for him.
It's killing him.
If Richard wasn't going, he wouldn't even give it a second
But
thought.
it almost makes it like there was a possibility that he could go if Richard's going, right?
Yeah, sort of, you know. I don't know. Richard's such a nice guy, and, you know, whatever. I come off as a pompous ass, so I can see that Ross doesn't like me. I understand, whatever.
I don't know that he doesn't like you. But I'm sure Richard's less trouble.
If I could get you into the wedding, would you go?
Yeah, in a heartbeat. I would love to.
Even if you had to go just by yourself without your wife.
Well, that would be a little difficult, but yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know.
What about you got a gig?
That's another story altogether. Forget about that one. What? The gig?
Yeah.
Robin, it's a bar in Staten Island.
You know,
actually,
still,
it's a very nice place.
Just think
committed to him.
At the wedding, Sal and I could drink. Richard and I are going to get blasted. We're going to be up on stage performing.
Yeah.
You know, great. It's going to be so much fun.
You have a tuxedo?
But in all honesty, I don't think Sal should go because he wasn't invited.
But you can't invite... I mean, first of all, they didn't ask Richard with a guest.
Right.
So he's not supposed to bring somebody.
And it is, if he brought Sal, it might be a little awkward for Ross, because maybe Sal's right. Maybe there is a reason
Sal,
he didn't invite
why don't you just beg Ross on the air?
I would never do that.
Go ahead.
You know what? There is a slot.
Ross is listening right now.
There is a slot open because Ralph is not coming.
You know, what about that? Ralph's not going.
What about that slot?
That's what I heard. I heard there's a slot open.
Hey, let me ask you a question. If you were going, just on the what would you give?
That's a good point.
Oh, yeah, you got to come up with a gift.
I'd give Howard oral.
What does Howard have to do with that?
What about a gift?
I'd take care of him.
How much?
A couple of bucks, $50, $60.
I don't know if you're going to get invited now.
No, I'm sorry.
I'd give him a lecture. That's what I'd give him. What the hell is he doing getting married? He's out of his mind.
All right.
Guy's loaded tons of cash, and he's shacking up with his broad. He's done.
You wouldn't even want to go to a wedding unless I was going.
Yeah, you didn't want to. Ross's wedding means nothing to you. It's that
Ross's weddings means nothing to anybody. I mean,
everyone spends Saturday night with me.
That's not
true.
I'm not meaning that's.
Here's the question. Say Howard couldn't go for some other commitment. Would you go if you were invited?
Would you care?
Would I care?
Or Quivers and I and already enough of a draw.
Would you then blow off a gig to go to this
Like
wedding?
if it was just me, if it was just me going, would you still go or would?
No, because I have a comedy show.
Dude, you're so two-faced.
I have a comedy show at Circles this Saturday.
See.
I'm not two-faced.
No, you're right. You're right out in the open.
All right, anyway, so
Listen
I'm glad.
to me.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You're a dodo head. You're a dodo head.
Wait.
Richard's not invited. We've been yanking your
Nobody knows. I mean, how well do you know Ross, Artie?
Actually, I've hung out with Ross a bunch of times in the last, 3 or 4 years, and I've always had a blast with him.
Hey, Ross.
I have an announcement. The wedding's off.
Oh, you don't even want to know. Gary has sworn me not to talk about it, but Gary started talking to me about the table arrangements, and I'm livid. I am absolutely livid over it.
But I don't think you should be.
Because Ross is
First off, why are you livid over it?
Because you're making this whole thing where I can't sit with the people from my show because who else would I sit with?
I put you at a table. You knew every single person at the table.
You put me at a table with all your friends because you want to make
Wait a second.
Is that the wedding party table?
It's you and Robin.
It's not the wedding party table. It's me, Robin,
Richie,
right,
good friend of yours. There's 2 other people.
There's There's Booker.
Oh, okay.
Mike.
All right.
Portnoy.
Okay.
Robin. And the douchebag who was supposed to show up who decided to freeload off of Sam Simon.
Ralph was supposed to be there.
Oh, wait, and you told me...
No, that's it. I thought that.
That's it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
it.
All right, and we should present it a different way.
All right.
Howard sounded like Martha Stewart at the break. You should have seen him.
What about Artie? Where's he sitting?
Artie's with John and Susanna.
Stuttering John?
Yeah.
No. No, you put Artie with him.
What was that?
Put Artie at my table.
Great. Let me go get the board now and just mix it up like a Yahtzee board.
I'm seriously, Ross.
By the way, and Sal, eBay.com. There's you can bid to get into the wedding.
What are you going to do with the Ralph slot? Do you just bite the money on that, or are you going to do something?
No, he had a deadline, and he graciously called me in time. So
you mean he was able to pull Sam Simon out of his mouth for a minute?
while he was in between his ride down PCH and his Bentley.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's right. I'm telling you, he's like a captain. You don't even know what's going on.
I don't want to know because it would kill me.
Our friend Richie was out in California, so he went over to see Ralph staying at Sam Simon's, and he said that Ralph walks around like a married woman, and like, this is where we're putting our guest house. This is where we're. This is my food that the servant leaves for me. And
this is my servant.
And he drives around in a Bentley.
He's
yeah.
I got to tell you, he was so stressed. He called me. His biggest dilemma the other day was calling me, while he was driving the Bentley, going, "I'm trying to get a ticket back to New York, but then back to L.A. again." I'm like, "Don't be mad." I go, "I don't care what you do. Just tell me what don't leave me hanging." But he's having the time of his life.
Because it costs money, right?
Sam's got to buy him a ticket to New York, a ticket back to L.A., and give him money for your gift. It's expensive for Sam.
He's a sugar daddy. Ralph's got a sugar daddy.
Yeah. He's totally hooked up.
This is not his first one, as far as I'm concerned.
In fact, he dumped Stamos.
That's what I'm saying. Stamos used to be.
He dumped him. He did, because Stamos is happy.
Because Stamos doesn't really give him the lifestyle he wants.
Because Stamos likes vagina, that's why.
Sam's into vagina.
Sam.
I thought so.
I'm telling you, something's going on there. A guy is not this good to another guy.
That's what I think.
See, Stamos has a whole scene going around, so Ralph can't suck everything dry off it. At Sam's house, it's just Ralph and Sam.
Right.
So it's all for Ralph.
Because Sam's lonely.
Yes, Ralph doesn't have to compete with any women.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I do.
I think Ralph said he's going to go to masseuse school.
Really? I wonder if Ralph walks around naked in his house.
How you holding up, pal? You going to make it to this thing or what?
Yeah, I got a bit of a cold, but I'm fine.
I told you to call me. I thought you were going to call me last night.
I know. Then I just got stuck at work, and then I had to go meet the folks. Took them to the Nobu.
Oh, good. Okay.
But everything's fine.
All right. I zapped him on the email, and I said to him, you okay? Seriously, you want to talk at all?
Uh-huh.
Even though I'm the worst guy to talk to?
Right, yeah, don't talk to him before your wedding.
So he goes, yeah, I'm going to call you in a few minutes. And he blew me off.
I'm sorry. I'll call you today.
No,
I'm afraid you'll give me one of those lectures.
No. I'm having a great time.
Yes.
Yeah, he's looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh, I'm sure you can't wait.
I'll tell you one thing, Howard. You really better never get married. Because you will take so much crap.
I thought that...
I mean, really, you have dished it out.
The other day I was feeling romantic, and I went, what would life be like if I got... I went,
See, you have the brain that goes there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
See, that's the seed of a thought, which you didn't own 5 years ago.
Go ahead and do it. You won't be able to fight off that thought
You
forever.
didn't even own that thought 5 years
That's
ago.
right.
He's always owned that thought. He suppressed it.
She's right. What about... So, no, man. I'm into you getting married.
That's going to be good.
Hey, I heard Randy Gerber isn't in the wedding party. The other big celebrity is Cindy Crawford, and I'm hoping she's going to take some of the heat away from me.
The porn star?
No, Cindy Crawford, the real model chick. And,
settle down, kids.
So I was glad that they are going to be walking down the aisle, too, in the wedding party.
Yeah.
Then I heard it's just me and...
What happened?
Beth and...
I'm going to hire some impersonators to walk down, so,
Are they not coming at all?
Of course they're coming.
But...
He's not in the wedding party. I forgot that because he came to the bachelor party. I forgot that he wasn't in the wedding party.
I thought he's a better friend to you than I am.
That is correct now. Come on. Everybody's my friend.
All right. All right, good luck, man. No one wants me talking about your wedding.
I can't wait for this
Now
to
look
be
at your
over.
friends. They're ranking themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, we did that already.
Yeah, they did.
We ranked each other because what happened was, this is a funny story.
Oh, yeah?
He, Russ has 2 best men because he couldn't decide. buddy Mike, his buddy Yogi. So he went to our other buddy Ross, and he said, listen, it was very close. You know, it was very, you know, you were really my next choice. So Ross calls me up, the other Ross calls me up, and goes, hey, guess what? I'm number 3. So then we all ranked each other. I think I'm 5, Booker 6. We're not sure where you are.
Sounds like
you're 14 because you didn't come to the bachelor party.
Right.
It sounds like The Bachelor for queers or something. He's handing out roses.
You're the queers.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, sounds like, where am I?
You always said Beth doesn't care about marriage, but if you proposed to her, would she say yes?
I don't know. I believe she would.
In a heartbeat.
But
she'd say yes, of course.
But she doesn't. It's not a burning passion of hers to be married.
Let me tell you something. This wedding is going to burn her.
I was going to say, does this bring difficulty, this wedding?
Crush her. Women love to see that.
Well, certain women, and I'm not going to mention any names, have said to her, don't worry, you're next.
And so probably somebody's going to aim a bouquet at her.
I know.
They have that bouquet throwing.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, which makes life easy.
See, Dana's short. Dana's short. She doesn't have a shot at that bouquet.
Yeah, good. You're lucky.
That's right. You hold her up, Artie. Put her on your shoulders.
I ain't holding anyone up.
But I don't think she needs, like, she's never said to me, I need to be married.
No, but you know what? There's a weird thing that happens when you go to a wedding. There's a wave. You sort of women get swept up in a mood. There is a magic that goes on, and they start to get.
Well, trust me, Ross's wedding will have no magic.
Hey.
Hopefully.
Who's going to be there? Hey, Artie, do you need the 86 vintage Jack there or not?
Yeah, I'll be fine with a Pellegrino.
Yeah. Or a Coca-Cola.
Classic Jack.
Yeah, right. Russ, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it, man.
I hope you can.
It'll be fun. Relax.
Yeah, we hope you can enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we got to go.
All right, later, guys.
Later.
I'll enjoy it.
Poor Artie.
How does anybody in their right mind get married these days? I'll never understand it.
Romantic Sal over there.
That's all married men say that.
What were you thinking when you got married?
I must have
Nobody
been
could
on
talk to
ecstasy
you.
or something.
How old were you when you got married, Sal?
26.
No.
Nobody sat you down and had a...
Yeah, my wife. I said, let's do this.
See, after listening to this show, I'll never get married.
Oh,
just from the horror
how are you even going to get close to getting
You have
married?
to have sex with a woman to marry her.
Me and my computer.
Are you, like, totally miserable?
She's a good mom, you know, and...
That's not the question.
Like,
how are you?
You didn't marry a mom.
No, I'm happy, but I got to live with this broad, you know.
Can I say something funny about Sal? Can I say something funny about her? Tonight, you know what Sal's doing tonight, which I am shocked at?
What?
What am I doing?
The interns are having a party in their apartment.
Right.
Sal's going. Married guys don't go to intern parties. End of sentence.
He's in love with the interns.
When the interns look like this, they don't go.
Yeah. Are you really going to an intern party?
Nah, what are you, nuts?
He's mentoring.
I would never go to an intern party, honey. Thanks for listening.
He hadn't said that.
He's just going to look in through the window.
Well, he said he was thinking about going. I guess now.
I'm thinking about going.
He was working late tonight.
So, one of the interns hates Sal. One of the hot chick interns. Which one?
Kelly.
Claudia?
Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. Kelly, to me, Kelly should have won the intern beauty
Yeah, I heard you
pageant.
say that. She's hot.
I really do feel
They're all
that way.
hot. But Kelly's mad because Sal gave her a 4.
Yeah.
And
took her out of the running.
Like she could have won. In essence,
This is Kelly. First of all, for my money, Kelly, if it makes you feel any better, totally I thought about it. You should have won the intern beauty
Listen,
pageant.
Howard, you have some control in this.
How? It's over.
Nah, it's
I know, it's over.
He
It's
appointed
done.
the judges. That was his control.
she feels like Sal took $5,000 out of her pocket.
Yeah,
5, not even 1, you know.
All right, what place did you go? You gave her 4th, that's right.
4th.
So she only got $500 and an MP3 player.
Yeah.
Instead of the
Why
30...
did you do that to her, Sal?
I was a judge. I didn't do anything.
I know why.
Why?
Because he's in love with
It's for
you.
your ratings, quote unquote.
No, it's because he's in love with you.
He said ratings.
It's because he's in love with you, and you won't have sex with him.
It's
I'm
like
grossed out.
It's like guys in high school that pick on the girls they like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How old are you, Sal?
Why?
How old are you?
He's 36.
36.
You act like you're like 12 and a half. Like, not even. You're like a
Right.
child.
That's
It's
why I'm here.
disgusting.
You know what it's about? Seriously?
What?
Sal wants you so bad.
Right.
I mean, I'm being honest with
You
you.
probably ignored him.
He probably ignored
No, we're like friends, too.
No, but he probably thinks he's all angry. You're a hot chick. I mean, there's no way. Hands down, you should have won that interview.
Thanks, Howard.
Hands down.
You certainly didn't deserve a 4.
And the 4 is so obvious.
Yeah, but he's pissed.
Right.
I'm sorry. He's pissed. You're every chick who ever rejected him, and now he's pissed.
I'm sorry about the 4.
Now let's hear the truth from you, though.
I got a question for Sal.
You're dating Nico.
Okay, you gave her a 4, right? How come you didn't give any of the other girls a score below 8?
8s and 9s. What is that?
Here we go. You want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
There was 3 parts of the program here. You had to sing a song, which I gave you a 5 on. Your looks, I gave you a 7 on.
A 7?
Yeah.
You think she's a 7?
Yeah. Well,
you're so
7's a nice. 7's a nice number.
You think she's the 4th best looking girl in that group? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. So I gave her a 7, and then I gave her personality about a 2. So do the math. It's a 4.
You think she's the 4th best looking chick in that group?
Yeah.
Oh, you're lying.
You kill me.
I think they're all beautiful. I think Kelly is beautiful.
Well, why is her personality a 2?
Right. Yeah.
Because she really carries herself as somebody who is better than everybody else.
Oh my God! Let's start, Sal. Okay, I have a good story.
Let's hear the story.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, I just want to say something. Which is fine. You're very, very confident, but it comes off a little arrogant.
I am totally arrogant, 100%.
Right.
I'm not even going to pretend.
You come off stuck up. You definitely come off as a girl who knows. Listen, no matter what I gave you, that $2,500, for the rest of your life, you're going to be taken care of. You already had won. You were won the second you shot out of your mother's uterus. Believe me. You are.
See, that's why he gave
You're bitter, so you're angry
That's
about
not fair.
You're like a bitter old man.
It is fair. It is fair. You know what?
She's a pretty girl, so you're mad at her.
I'm not mad at her at all. I just said she's a pretty girl. I said personality was a 2.
The 4th pretty girl.
You know what? There's so many guys.
Tell me your story.
Here's my story about Sal. The other day, this is song as...
That's part of the comedy of the show.
That's part of it. You're furthering your career as a...
She wants to know why she got a 4. Listen to this, bro.
No, I don't.
Maybe he's got a little bit of a point there, Kelly.
Kelly, man,
yeah,
I
take offense to that. I love walking around in thongs, too.
Kelly.
Oh, I like you, Richard. You're funny.
Kelly, the thing is, you're just way uptight. It's cool. Just relax.
Everything was cool, but...
You have this attitude like you're better than everybody.
Do you think Sal shaves his chest?
He's a Guido with a gold chain.
All right, so now you're putting down Italians.
No, I'm Italian.
You're a racist.
No, I like real Italian.
Do you find Sal attractive?
Real
like,
Italian sausage.
No.
Would you ever be with Sal?
No, not in a million years.
Like if
with F, marry, kill, like we said that we would probably F you. We'd kill Sal, definitely.
I can't wait till you get married and your ass blows up like a school.
Oh, I can't wait either.
I don't think that's going to happen with her.
I can't wait.
Wow. So a lot of bad feelings.
I have no
after
problem
the
with Kelly. She's bitter. Leave it at that. What are you going to do? Another pain in the ass fraud.
You have no problem. You just delineated a lot of problems.
I did. She's the one who's uptight.
Do you think Sal should get divorced?
Why not? I don't understand. Like, you're an embarrassment to your children. What are you doing? Like, you run around.
He shouldn't even see his children.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? I don't understand. Like, your poor wife. I feel for her.
Go console her. You sound just like her.
I
right
would.
now.
Like, I feel bad for her.
That's what he's doing. He would, if he's making you his wife, he's punishing you because he can't punish her.
If I made her my wife, she'd be in duct tape at the bottom of a swamp right now.
Right. Just like your wife.
Hilarious. You're so good today.
I'm not trying to be good. I'm being honest.
You're a comedian today.
Just like you're a 4. I was being honest.
Practicing your stand-up? No, but then why'd you apologize to me over and over again? Kelly,
I said
baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. Baby.
Cursing me out.
Cursing you out. I go, don't talk to me. You're like, baby. It was for the rating.
Don't call the interns baby, Sal.
Yeah, we're interns. You're not supposed to hit on us or walk around with your scrotum.
I can't. God forbid it. Yeah. I have another word instead of baby. I can't say it.
Have you ever pleasured yourself to the thought of her, Sal?
Be honest.
To the thought of her being stabbed in the head, yes.
Then why do you check me out? Why are you like, hey, sexy? Like, run around, you like bump butts with me? Like, that's so weird.
Do you think I really check you out?
Remember the armpit thing and the boob thing? I'm like, Sal, you're looking at my breast? You're like, yes.
Have you ever thought about Kelly when you're wanking? To be honest.
I've thought about Kelly Osbourne. I mean,
no,
I do it to
have you
everybody.
ever thought about Kelly?
Of course.
Okay.
But that doesn't... Listen, I don't hate Kelly.
Kelly, have you ever thought about Sal?
I'm a little weak.
You're mad because she's so pretty.
I'm not mad. I'm being honest about...
You feel she's going to hook up with a really wealthy guy.
You want me to be a phony? I'll be a phony. I'm being honest about her personality. I did all the math. 7 for looks. 7 is good.
She's better than a 7.
All right, according to you.
All right.
All right, 7. A 2 in personality and a 4 for the song, or whatever it was. That's it.
She did her song really well.
You know
Thanks,
what?
Robin.
Then give her the money, Robin. You're loaded. Give her $2,500. Send her on her way. Get out
Sal
of
did
my
what he
hair.
had to do, but
All these
all right.
frauds are the same. That's why hookers rule.
I can't believe that these guys get so upset
I'm
with
not
girls
upset.
who come here As
It's
part of
just
their
the same.
education.
Those girls are all the same. They prance around, they walk around. All they want is cash and power. You throw a couple of drinks down their gullet, and they're good to go. They're all a bunch of trashy pigs.
Sal, you're a
Believe
mess.
me when
You're
I
a
tell you.
mess.
They all
Your
are,
wife's
except
married-
my mom and my sister.
But your wife married you. You had no money.
Oh, as soon as I passed the Series 7, that's when she sat me down. And
yeah,
I
that's
was
the,
at Artie's party.
The Series 7.
Scott DePace goes.
The Series 7 is the test to become a stockbroker. Now he's in.
Oh,
Now he's in as
I
a
see.
stockbroker.
Why don't you go
And
back to
he
that?
told me a story that I actually felt really bad for him, Howard. He and his wife were sitting around last week, again, begging her to have sex with him. And he said, please, honey, just come on, please, tonight. And what did she say to you about your wallet?
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I said, what happened to what you used to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
The mouth.
Yeah, the mouth. And she goes, take a look at your wallet. I'm like, oh, my God. She said that. Wow. You see, look, the bottom line is this.
Wow. You're treated like that.
Kelly's
You got to
beginning to
have
feel
anger
sorry for
towards
you.
everybody.
Listen, I hate that. Women want cash and material items.
What do you want? Besides Richard's.
Men want one or two things. I would live in a tent with a kerosene heater if I could wake up to a mouth every morning in the right spot. That's all we want, and women don't understand that. That's what it comes down to. So when you see a broad like this prancing around like a prima donna, the bottom line is that it all comes down to this. You want a couple of bucks, you want a little power, you want some material, and in turn,
I
you're
just
going to
want
be
to
a
have
whore.
fun. Why are you so bitter?
In return. I'm not
How am I going to be a whore in return,
It's
Sal?
all the same.
Who are you? I don't understand. I just don't get it.
I'm telling the truth. Women are all phony broads.
What are you? You're the phoniest person I've ever met in my entire life, Sal.
I'm telling you.
You are the most insecure comedian stockbroker I've ever met in my entire life. You run around like if Howard says anything, you'll stand outside the door. You'll walk back and forth and touch your head. You don't even know what to do. You're panicked.
I'm committed to making the show good. That's why I panic.
You talk like you're the most secure person. Like, you don't know anything.
What security have to do with this, you dumbass? This has nothing to do with security.
That's no way to have a conversation with a lady.
Wait a minute. She's not a lady.
She
Hold
is
on.
too a lady.
She's an intern.
Wait a
Remember
minute.
that.
What does me being insecure, I'm a human being, have to do with anything about relationships? Broads want cash. Guys want ass. Get it through your thick skull.
You're a pig. You're just a pig. Like, that's what you are.
Do you
And
really
so is
think
everybody.
all guys want is sex?
Dude,
you don't think
why are you with Beth Ostrowski? Because she looks like Rosie O'Donnell? Dude, she's a piece of ass.
She's also not a lesbian.
Wait a second, let me say something. I've dated a few pieces of ass.
Right.
Why am I with her over some other piece of ass?
Because she's stunning.
Why else? I've had other stunning women. There's got to be more to it when you stay with a chick 5 years than just stunning.
Because, all right?
Because she's a nice person.
Right.
And
she
we're
talks
compatible.
A good game. She talks
You
a good
think
game.
she's talking the game?
She's
been acting for 5 years?
Nothing against Beth. Every chick.
According
talks a good game.
Why is Sal,
Quivers?
he's got a good wallet. That's why she's still working.
Right, your wallet
That's
gets
what
thin.
Sal
Let me tell you
would
something.
say.
Go ahead.
Chicks don't want phone numbers. They want bank account numbers. Beth bagged the whale with you. Believe me when I tell you. Robin Quivers.
All right, now answer me this. I'm going to buy into it, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Account and she's not married.
Now, let me ask you this.
She's abroad. She's got the cash already. She doesn't need to get married.
Before Beth met me, she was dating a guy who's worth over $1 billion.
She knows how to play the game. I'm not surprised.
Wait a second. Why? And he wanted to marry her.
Jesus.
Why didn't she marry him?
She didn't think, according to Sal, I'll tell you exactly how Sal thinks.
Good-looking guy.
She couldn't keep up the act for him. There was something that really turned her off about it.
You're
That's
good.
what he would say.
All right.
Robin, is there some truth to what I say?
No.
Are you a
There's
filthy
some
whore,
truth
Robin?
To you, it makes sense to you.
Listen to me. Men go to school. They work hard. Look, your love is radio. My love is also this as well. But the thing is that you strive to do something to be successful for yourself. A woman, her whole thing is her body. That is her college education. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
A woman's body is her college. A woman's mind is her future. When a woman bags a guy like Howard Stern, Her whole commodity is staying tight, right, sleeping naked, saying that she doesn't want to get married, saying she doesn't want to have kids. She's singing your song, dude. She's playing your piano. Don't you know what I'm trying to say? And she's begging you. That's how a woman begs the whale. They sing your song. And what does a guy want? A look. That's it. And you know what? And when I get married...
And that drains your brain right out of you, right?
I have 3 kids, a mortgage, a car, a pain in the ass that tells me to take off my shoes when I get in the house, and I don't get blah, 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 blah. I'm ready to kill myself and give girls like Kelly a 4.
So get divorced. Why are you wasting her time?
Right. Because that's a good point.
If you're so bitter, you think we're whores, whatever, then why are you still married? Then get rid of her, make some more money, save your... That's what you said, all women are that.
You're saying... You're saying all women.
She doesn't do whorish things.
Is your wife
My wife is guaranteed not a whore. I wish she was. If she was, I'd be the happiest guy in the world.
You're making no sense now.
I am making sense. The point that I'm trying to make...
You're saying all women are whores except your wife.
No, all women are whores
Well,
until
she stopped being one, is
all
what he's
women
saying.
are whores until they get married, until they bag the whale.
So then they're still whores.
No, they whore you in, and then they're done. They put their luggage down, their asses blow up, and they start treating you like their mothers.
I'm really mad Sal's not going to the wedding.
Because he loves marriage.
He loves marriage, yeah.
My wife's a great mom. She's a beautiful lady. And
you haven't said anything about her that you like regarding you.
It's about
She's
me.
a great mother,
me.
and she looks good. But what do you guys
have
in common? What are the 3 greatest qualities about your wife that have...
Did your wife tell you no oral because your wallet was too small? Is your wife a whore?
My wife's not a whore. And
she's an absolute prostitute. You got no money, you get no play.
She's a call girl.
Right.
The thing is this.
You're calling all women.
Just take a gun and shoot me.
I understand all the interns have a problem. A lot of the interns have a problem with you.
That's fine. Let them all have a problem. Everybody has a problem.
We're all whores. We all have problems.
That's fine. I don't care. Let them all have a problem.
If you have a problem, come in.
You know what? Every intern came up to me after this pageant and said they're glad I gave Kelly a 4. How about that?
I'm glad you did, too.
No,
Makes for great radio.
I'm talking about the interns, Kelly. I'm not talking about you.
But I'm glad, too. Oh, we got a few of them in here, Sal. Apparently a few more people have problems.
Who wants to chime in next?
Hey, Sal.
Uh-oh. He looks at
Sal's actually very sweet to me, I have to say, but...
You're a whore.
But?
No.
Apparently so.
About what?
Sal. Thanks, Kelly. Sal, I mean, I think maybe you shouldn't have given Kelly a 4, but you had to go with what you wanted to do. I guess, I mean, what do you think, Kelly? Like...
Well, we obviously know what I think.
We already heard what she thinks. You want to say anything, Claudia?
I wasn't going to say anything before. I was actually kind of upset, you know. I love Sal, but these things I'm hearing back there, what is going on?
I'm not talking about you.
He's angry.
You're saying women in general?
Every other woman in the world.
He's angry.
You should be shot for that. You are a horrible person.
Take me out of my misery.
That is it. We're done.
All right. Anyway, listen, it's been a while. We have to take a break.
You know, that's just the way it is.
By the way, all our beautiful interns are leaving today. This is their last day.
Ashley's last day is today.
It's my last day. But, Sal, I have to say I was very disappointed because I've always thought you were a great person. And
what the F did I do?
I was really surprised to hear some of the stuff when I was back there because I didn't think you were like that. I mean, I'm sure you're getting whacked. Yeah.
Can I ask Sal a question?
Crazy.
I got a question for Sal. So what's the process now? Like, do you go home and hope your wife didn't hear the show?
What's
do you go
in
home
here?
Do you go home and tell her a lie? Do you tell her this is a joke?
What's the lie?
If you walk in the door,
what's the lie? I'm talking about women and men. What's the lie? A woman wants to beg a guy with a lot of cash, and that's it.
And if your wife says to you, Sal, is that me? What do you say?
To her, without anybody around, I say, of course not.
But Sal.
How do you explain like my first marriage? I had no cash.
Well, right.
So what are you saying?
You think she saw potential?
I don't know what happened. You know, there are...
That broke the rule.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I know lots of guys got married. They didn't have any great future in terms of money.
But listen to me. This is my perception because I don't have necessarily a great, married life. So, you know,
really?
What can I tell you?
You're willing to say that these are only your perception.
Yes, Tom Chiusano wants
I just want to point one thing out.
Yes, Tom.
That even if Sal had given Kelly an 8,
that Deandra, who was a very popular winner around the office, a very, very popular winner, would have been tied or maybe even still won by a point.
She deserved it more than anyone. That was our
The point is,
the point.
A 4 is a slap in the face.
He's a judge, and he's allowed to give whatever he wants.
As Kelly said, though, he knocked her all the way out of the running.
A 4 says there's no way you're going to win this contest.
Right.
All right, listen.
This is what happens when Sal the stockbroker is a judge. It's a marathon.
You're not Ralph.
It's funny,
Stop
too, Howard,
trying.
because he tried really hard to get out of it. He's like, I don't think I'd be funny. I don't think I'd be good at being a judge.
I thought he did a good job.
Sal, you were the backup judge, first of all.
No, he wasn't. He was the initial judge.
He was an initial judge.
No.
Yes, he was.
He
Too
was.
bad.
He should have been the backup.
Beautiful interns. Thank you all.
Thank you, Howard.
I'm glad you had this out on the air. It's interesting to me. It's a good
And Kelly,
radio.
you know,
I didn't even do the contest because I wasn't willing to compromise myself in some ways. Not that I pass any judgment, but how can you say that women will do anything for money when I wouldn't even do certain things? So
You're the exception, too. You and my wife. Anybody else wants to come forward,
I
send me an
understand
email.
there's a big intern party tonight. Is that right?
Yeah, my...
I'll be there.
Promise?
Now, Sal is invited?
Sal's invited.
Right.
He said he'd do shots with me.
Wow. Oh, isn't that nice of you?
Said,
Shots on your ass.
Remember, they
thanks,
are,
Sal. What is that?
They are
What is
interns.
that?
Wait, I mean, are you guys acting like this is the first time Sal's...
No, this is the first time I'm going to say something. You crossed the line way too much.
That's great.
How?
Just that, I mean, you're not going to go to an intern party. Look at you, he's laughing. I can't stand it. I'm going to leave. I have to leave.
Oh, these girls are so easy.
Well, girls, have a good time at the intern party. I think it'll be fun.
Do you
Sal-
agree, Howard? I mean, doesn't he cross the line a little bit sometimes?
I think
Is it funny?
I think he's no, I think Sal's very funny.
Oh, no, I think he's funny, too.
And I
We all
think
crossed the line. I'm just sad. I'm a sad guy, that's all. I'm sad.
he's a sad guy.
He's a beaten.
Let me tell you
Look,
something.
it's a room of
Claudia.
sad guys, by the way. Look around.
You
my
got caught
opinion.
in Sal's nightmare.
Sal's nightmare. He's unhappy. You girl, all three of you, beautiful girls. He's probably going home. He's pleasuring himself to you, thinking about you guys.
He's tortured by
my
him.
mind.
And it's a big torture.
Yeah.
It's a torture. It's embarrassing to him.
Last night...
You girls are college girls, and he can't even score.
And, yeah, he's at the best he'll ever be.
He can't score because he's married.
And he still can't do anything about it.
And you know what? That's why, because I'm committed to my wife and I'll never cheat. That's why I'm frustrated.
Are you committed to her because you love her, or are you committed to her because you're afraid of losing half of everything?
I don't have
everything.
There's nothing
What's he
left.
got?
Nothing to leave.
Empire.
His empire.
A neon?
All right, I've got to take a break. Girls.
Here's half my coin collection, honey.
Welcome to Sal's Nightmare. And we'll be back right after these words.
Folks, and a very pleasant Tuesday. Welcome to Tradio, where we buy, sell, trade, and give away on a non-commercial basis. Let's wheel and deal. And caller number one, welcome to the Tradio Show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, sir. I hope you are.
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. My name's Jack Devaney. And I inherited this from my great-great-grandfather. It was from WW2. It's a jar containing several gold teeth from Auschwitz. I don't have the value of the gold teeth. I know it was picked out of one of the prisons in the camps, and it's about 7-8 teeth, about 11 ounces of gold Jewish teeth from Auschwitz.
Okay.
And it's authentic, comes with a certificate of authenticity. There's a picture of my great-grandfather in front of the camps holding the jar.
Okay.
I figure we get maybe $75 to $100 for it.
Okay.
My uncle also used to work in a medical lab. It's a used urine cup from Milton Berle, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity, and it still has some used urine left in the cup.
Used urine.
And we want $1,500 for that.
Okay, sir, how can we reach you, please?
You can reach me on my work line, 516-922-WINE, W-I-N-E. I'm in the liquor business.
Okay, thank you for your call. For 5, welcome to the Tradio Show.
Hi, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hi, how you doing today?
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, I got 3 items to sell.
Okay.
My grandson, hold on one second, I wrote them down here. My grandson he's selling a motorcycle. Hello?
Yes.
Hi, hold on, I got them written down here, I'm sorry. He's selling a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find what year it is here. Hold on. Yeah.
2738 if you'd like to be on the Tradio call today. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry. It's a motorcycle
Okay.
for my grandson.
Okay.
I'm scrambling here for the year. I'm sorry. My place is a mess.
Okay. You want to call us? You want to call us back when you get all your information?
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
1973.
All right. Good. Okay.
All right. He even has that fake laugh down, like when some woman goes, "Okay, here," and he goes,
Motorcycle.
All right. What else do you have for us?
200. And I got a hair dryer that I want to sell.
Okay.
And hold on, I got the box over here with all the information. Hold on. Westinghouse.
Okay, sir.
And hold on. I'm looking for the.
All right, 27. Excuse me, sir. 27. If you'd like to be on the Tradio show today, go ahead, sir. And what was your third item, please?
The third item?
Uh-huh.
I got a walker that I used to use.
Okay.
And I don't need to use it anymore. I got an operation. And
Okay, how can we reach you today, sir?
I'm sorry, this is but it's a brand name walker.
Okay. We'll be back after the break.
I love when he goes, uh-huh.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tradio. So let's get down to the Tradio nitty-gritty. And good morning, you're on Tradio. Good morning, you're on Tradio.
Well, hi, folks, and it's a very pleasant Wednesday.
It is.
Let's wheel and deal. I love the Tradio.
All right, then.
I'd like to put my first item up for sale, please.
Let's do it.
The first item I have for sale, please, is a very rare vinyl record from the rock band Psychedelic Bee from 1969.
Okay.
It contains all 4 original members. Howie Feltersnatch, singer Ivana Handjob, drummer Lou, that's Loose Cunt.
Okay, that's enough. Let's keep it clean. Okay. Sorry about that. Have to get caller ID on this thing. Memo to the boss. Tradio is for private individuals who wish to buy, sell, or trade items. No dealers. Good morning. You're on Tradio. You're on Tradio. Go ahead.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, what's going on?
I got 2 items.
The other
that being?
Well, the first item, it's an item that has been in my family for a while. It's an item that, I got 2 items, but the first item, it's an item that I want to sell, and the item, it's an item that I have, but if you want to buy my item, I got the item.
Okay,
So,
now look, come on. Can we be serious?
well, I got items.
Okay, what is it you want to sell?
It's an item.
Either say it or we're going to end this conversation.
What? Well, if somebody's interested in the item, they might want to buy it. I don't know why you're getting all upset with me.
Well, I'm getting upset because you're not saying what the item is.
Well, it's not one item, it's 2 items.
Go ahead, say the items.
It's an item that I've had. It's about 20 years old, the item.
What is it?
It's an item.
An item?
Yeah, if you're interested.
I-T-E-M?
Yeah, if you're interested in the item, give me a call.
Number.
Huh? Well, I didn't tell you what the second item is.
Okay, go ahead.
The second item's also an item, but it's a little bit older item. It's 25 years old.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you want it, do you want it yourself? You want the item?
No, I want you to say what it is you're selling, or we're going to end this conversation.
I told you that I got 2.
We don't mind people being friendly, but we just do not entertain comedians here. Good morning, you're on Tradio.
Chris, I'm on the road. I lost my hat, my St. Patrick's Day hat on Hermosa yesterday. and I was wondering if you could just list it as if anybody found it was a beret green hat knitted.
Green knitted beret. Okay.
I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you.
Okay, consider it done. Bye-bye. Okay, green knitted beret hat lost on Hermosa Street. Good morning, you're on Tradio.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
All right.
Yeah, hey, I was going to tell you, I was just on Smith Road, and
We're going to have to not open the phone line because we've got some clowns out there.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Well, good afternoon and welcome into Tradio. That is if you have anything you
teeth again, but listen, you got to come up with new bits here.
Simply give away. Let's get to our first caller. Good afternoon. You're caller number 1. You're on Tradio.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm fine, sir. How about you?
Very, very good. My name is Jungle Bunny, and I have a very
Jungle Bunny. Jungle Bunny.
Jungle Bunny.
My name is Jungle Bunny.
Jungle Bunny.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm fine, sir. How about you?
Very, very good. My name is Jungle Bunny, and I have a very efficient device I inherited from Uncle about 15 years ago.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, it's a portable, refuelable, flammable cross. It was once used by the Klan, and you can place it on lawns.
275-9738, number to call here on the Tradio on this Wednesday afternoon. Good afternoon. You're caller number 3.
You got flummoxed.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm fine, sir. How about you?
I'm doing good, thanks. This is Rusty. I'm calling to sell a Westinghouse barometer. It measures barometric pressure, precipitation, measures humidity, temperature, also measures cloudiness, polar orbiting. It measures the geostationary satellites, measures Doppler radar. It measures high altitude moisture. It measures the frost index, measures typhoon probability. Are you with me there still?
I'm here.
Okay, yeah. Measures
I'm
carbon
suicidal.
offsets, measures water vapor.
The graphic guy was hanging himself in the corner.
Measures the jet streams. Measures clear air turbulence.
Okay, sir.
Measures the pollen index.
Okay, sir. Sir, that's enough. That's enough.
Measures sperm count. What's going on?
Okay, that's enough. You've done. You explained what this does. Okay.
Well, I just want to let you know because this is a high dollar one. I'm selling it for $150.
Okay.
I got it for $200, but it also, if you're a farmer, it measures crop yield, measures radioactive aerosols, volcanic gases, hydroelectric synchronicity.
Okay, sir, that's enough. I need your number.
And if you're, I'm sorry, just one more thing real quick. If you're near the mountains, it measures seismic shock waves.
Okay,
and for your car, it measures oil pressure, tire pressure, and if you're a farmer, again, it measures soil.
Never before in Tradio since I've been here have I've received calls like that. Okay, good afternoon. You're on Tradio.
Hello, this is Harry Wang. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
First Harry Wang call.
Harry Wang.
Hi, this is Harry Wang.
Good. Unfortunately, I sold my chicken coop due to the bad economy, and I have a professional breeding kit for my chickens I like to sell.
Okay.
It's one professional breeding kit. It contains 2 holding devices for the female hens, and it has 1 straddle for the male cock, which includes a cock ring. And the cock ring is made of stainless steel. It's placed around the cock to hold the cock in place while the female is placed in position for breeding. And the cock's performance has been proven effective about 90% of the time with the cock ring, and we've been pleased with the cock ring and the way it straddles the female, and we're pleased with the performance of that. And I want $45 for the cock ring.
Okay.
We also have a pussycat that just passed away. We're selling her favorite.
And looks like weird calls today.
That's when he cuts
afternoon
him
to caller number
Pussycat.
All right. I don't want to sell anything. I just want to tell you that my wife and I are standing in agreement with you against these crank calls, and what we bind on earth is bound in heaven. We bind any forces that's trying to come against you and against this radio station today in Jesus' name.
Well, I'll tell you,
yeah, it's getting like it's turning into a whole thing.
A war.
How about that? That's not a prank call.
Yeah, right.
appreciate that because they're out today, I tell you.
Yeah, they are. Come on.
And how much for that Klan cross?
Exactly.
Hold on.
Did it work?
I appreciate your call, sir.
You have a blessed day.
Same to you. Bye-bye. Good afternoon.
Well, Jesus loses this battle because listen what happens next.
You're caller number 9.
We got disconnected. I was selling the barometer. I forgot to say it measures soil productivity.
And we have 21 on.
No, dude. You had no story when you went in there.
If it's not a story, that means you don't have a pace car and you're not driving it around town.
You put the thought in his head that I have some kind of a car.
Lieberman gets so worked up, but it's great.
It's the most moronic argument.
Oh my
You're
God!
so passionate about it.
Lieberman goes like this. He goes,
Yes, hello, Red Gypsy.
Oh, good morning, Howard and everybody.
Morning.
I was going to bring up a couple of things, although, Eric just did that. I wanted to say one thing, that I was at AGT, and Ronnie was totally professional.
This Ronnie, I got to tell you, he really is insane. I didn't hear the wrap-up. Gary played me a piece of the wrap-up show with Ronnie about this car, and I turned to Gary and said, I think Ronnie's losing it.
What happened?
Well, I mean, I don't even understand. So John Lieberman says, "Hey, Ronnie." The story was Ronnie got a new car. Ronnie blew up, and he's going nuts. And I mean, and he's arguing. There was an argument on the wrap-up show. It made no sense. You got to hear this. Did you hear the wrap-up show?
No.
All right, listen to this.
The story was you have a pace car that you're driving around town.
What I had. That was the problem.
That was the story, and that's what I went on the air with. I didn't have all the details.
You came to me, John. You came to me and said, I heard you got a new car. And you didn't say anything about pace car, schmace car. You said, I heard you were fishing.
Why does Ronnie care if someone says he got a new car? I don't even...
So what if he's fishing? He has an objection to this whole thing.
And that's what we do. In other words, that's how you get paid. The way we make money is that John Lieberman is part of the Howard Stern show. Why, you are losing your marbles. Why would you be upset about the guy saying you have a new car? Who cares? And the reason he's in the hall asking you questions is he's making you a part of the show. He's making you famous. And then you go out and do Ronnie's block party and you make money and you get to meet fans. This is all you dreamt of when you were sitting in the car.
It's part of making you more compelling.
You're going crazy.
I lost my mind.
I want you to listen to the playback.
I lost my mind.
I got a new car. You had no idea what the car was. You had no clue what it was.
I had from 3 different sources that it was a pace car.
Sources,
so I went on the air with it, and then you confirmed it. So what's the issue? What's the issue here? There's no issue.
The issue was I confirmed it myself later on. You had no story when you brought it up. You had no story, John.
Ronnie, you're almost like, I can't get through to you. It's like you don't have a normal brain.
I have a normal brain.
Listen to me. When you report, I confirmed the story with 3 sources, and then with you yesterday, by blowing me off, you confirmed it.
No, I didn't.
You said...
I said nothing.
What did you say?
I said to you, I don't know what you're talking about.
And then when I kept questioning you, you finally said, yes.
What did I say?
I have a car. We're playing the clip today on the news.
I didn't say what it was.
It corroborated what I had from 3 other sources.
For 20 years already.
So I went on the air with it because I was confident in the story. I had it from enough people.
No, you weren't confident because you didn't know what the car was.
It doesn't matter. I knew it was a pace car, and I knew you had it at home.
Dude,
why do I need to know the year?
You're coming in with having them bring in different pictures, different colors. You're telling me the car's orange. You're telling me the car's pink. You had no clue.
The structure of the story was true, and I stand behind it.
Well, good. You stand behind it, and I think it was bullshit.
You don't... How is it... So it's not true?
It's true now.
Thank you.
I said it was
That's
true.
it.
I said it was true afterwards. When Howard asked me, I said it was true. Not to you.
Do you hear this argument?
What are you doing, Ron?
I don't know. And I was going to say to him yesterday, you got to calm down. You get upset about everything lately. And then he starts attacking me. He says, Howard likes his electronic devices. Yeah, I do. And if they ask me if I got a new one, I'll tell them. I don't listen. If John
there's a difference between walking around and you got a new phone,
right? And there's a
difference between driving around in a car that stands out a lot, and I don't need people knowing it's me. That's all. I don't need people bothering me.
You got a car that people will look at, and now you don't want them to know it's you?
To see it.
Yeah, they'll see it, but they don't have to know it's me. They don't have to know it's
Ron,
me.
Why buy a car that draws that much attention? Really?
Oh, here he is. I don't want to deal
there's John
with him.
Lieberman.
I don't want to have to deal with him now.
You don't?
Why don't you care?
Let's
I can't stand him.
Why?
I can't stand the man.
But Ronnie, he's part of the show. He's doing his job.
He's a shit reporter.
Is this on right?
Yeah.
You don't even know how to put a microphone on. It's on backwards, you idiot.
Oh, dear.
This is a different one than I normally use, Ronnie.
Boo-hoo. It's different than he normally uses.
You have become such... You're an ignoramus. You don't know what you're speaking about. You came up to me in the hall about 5 minutes ago. You say, I know who your sauce is. I know who your sauce is.
It's a source.
Yeah. I said source.
You didn't ask Richie Wilson.
Oh, ask Richie Wilson.
What is the story with this car?
Play what I did to him yesterday, how I made him blow up.
What do you
Play
mean?
that.
What is that? This is it, no?
When I said he was a shit reporter, how he went ballistic.
Well, here, I mean, I'm in the middle of the Ronnie argument.
So what's the issue? You're confirming my story.
No, dude. You had no story when you went in there.
If it's not a story, that would mean you don't have a pace car and you're not driving it around town.
You put the thought in his head that I have some kind of a car.
I don't know. I don't know which part you're talking about.
Right towards the end.
I think that's all I have. They give me clips.
Oh, he went crazy.
I did not go crazy. What I was saying to you, Ronnie,
they were falling out of his head, dude.
I was making...
Listen, let me explain this to Ronnie. The reason we hired him...
I don't care.
...is because...
I don't care why you hired him.
Yeah, but you're working
I don't
here.
like him.
Yeah, you don't
have to like me.
I don't like you.
You don't have to like me, but you can politely say no comment. But you see, when your reaction is so out of bounds...
That's all I have to say?
Sure, you can say no comment
on any story you come to me with.
You know what? I just don't.
I don't like you.
So if it's about Ronnie's block party,
send Lisa.
promoting.
Send Lisa to me. I love Lisa.
I will send Lisa. Fine, no more block party stories.
Okay.
And you know what is out of bounds? I've never attacked you in terms of your security job.
I was just fucking with you like everybody fucks with me.
I have never personally attacked you.
You work on the Stern Show.
Please finish?
You work on the Stern Show. Take your fucking medicine like I do.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Hypocrite?
Take your medicine. I take it all the time.
Ronnie doesn't know what hypocrite means. You explain it.
No, I don't.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
But
I'm fucking stupid.
You attacking my reporting is ridiculous, and I'll give you an example.
Don't look
there
how
are a number
defensive you
because
you sound like me now.
When I go up to Gary, and I ask him a question, he is forthright. I say, Gary,
because all the stories you do on Gary.
No, because
Gary's running for park recreation there. Gary,
let me give you an example of a story I did yesterday that Gary didn't want reported. I say, Gary, I heard you were in a car accident. I had two sources.
What happened?
I had two sources telling me he was in an accident. And you know what Gary does?
How come you killed the story?
It was on the air yesterday on Howard 100 News. You don't listen?
No, I hate the news.
Oh, so you can criticize, but you don't listen to what we do?
Stories. I don't like your stories.
Okay.
I only listen to Lisa's stories. And Julie. They're the greatest.
You know what?
Reporters.
When
Shuley's
even
awesome,
Scott DePace,
Shuley is the best
Scott
reporter,
DePace,
man. He's even funny when he does his stories.
What about
Scott DePace?
Yes.
When I confronted him yesterday about some allegations that I've been hearing.
I know what you're talking about. This TV camera was supposed to be covering him. He was having a meltdown about something. And he had the cameras turned off. He's instructed people not to shoot his picture.
There are a lot of things.
I got word about
Don't
this.
shoot him when he's leaning back in his chair either.
And I will take this up with Scott off the air.
Hey, bring it up because, dude, there's no truth to that. Let's go, Howard.
Well, here are what my sources say.
My sources. Here he goes again.
I have multiple sources
I know
around
you
here,
do, man.
And I protect them. That's why I get these stories.
Probably.
Yeah,
you
I pay them.
Pay him. Little informants. Little,
yeah, because I'm not spending my money on pace cars.
That you fucking run around chasing after.
Howard,
what'd you find out
going on?
You little fucking spies.
But can I say something to Ronnie? If you don't want to be noticed in your car, don't buy a pace car with writing all over it.
It's a collector's car, okay?
Yeah, but if you don't
Leave
want
me
to be
alone.
noticed, why?
I don't bother you with what you do. Why do you have to bother me what I do?
Collect.
Why does that bother you so much?
I'm saying the logic there that you don't want to be on the news.
There's guys with 50 cars in their garage that collect cars. No, I have one.
I have no problem.
It's a crime. I know.
I'm
sorry.
Don't want John asking about your car because you don't want to be noticed. That's a car that you get noticed in. I'm sorry. I mean, you're going to be noticed in
Dude,
that
if
car.
they don't see me and they don't know it's
How are they
me.
not going to see you? There's glass in the fucking car. They can look in
And the glass is tinted, okay? Just like when you get in a car.
It's not
the glass,
that tinted.
Oh,
They
it
can
is.
see through the
No,
front.
it,
Is it legal?
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
What is that, Scott?
It's a convertible.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, okay. Do I have to put the top down, Gary? Do I have to?
But you will.
Do I have to put the top down?
You don't care if people see you in that.
Oh, stop it now.
You're
Stop
looking
it.
for attention. That's why you get a car like that.
Oh, please.
Okay, why have a convertible if you're not going to put the top down?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I had to get rid of my. I had a convertible once. I put the top down. A guy jumped in the car with me, and I said, perhaps I shouldn't have a convertible. But I said to myself, it's silly to have a convertible if I can't put the fucking top down.
So you got rid of it.
Of course.
Now he's saying he wants a car that gets attention, but he doesn't want the attention.
Yeah, he didn't want attention. You better do a follow-up story on that.
Oh, we already got it. He already said that he'll refuse to tweet out any photos of the car.
Right.
And he wants to know who my source is so that he
I know
can,
who your source
You
is.
absolutely
Who
do
is it?
not.
I ain't telling.
Who?
I know
Why
who
are
it
you
is.
not
I know
telling?
who it is.
3. Name
I
them.
know who they are.
Name the 3.
I know exactly
Name
who
them.
they are.
Name one of the 3.
I know one of them for sure.
Who is it?
I'm not telling you.
Why?
I'm not going to rat your rats out. I won't rat.
What? Why won't you?
I'm not going to rat your rats out.
Who do you think
You got rats all over the place.
Yes,
yeah, I know
do.
you do.
Yes, I do.
know you
And
do.
they're watching you.
Yeah, good. Let them watch me. Who gives a shit? Let them watch me.
Nah, you give a shit.
Look at you.
I'm just looking at you.
I'm
I
looking
can't
at
believe
you.
I'm seeing a grown man upset over a pace car that got out on the air.
I don't like you. I told you that. I told you that in the hallway.
And I told you you do
I
not have to
don't
like me.
you.
You don't have to like me, but you can say no comment.
No
I've had
comment.
many other people not like me.
No comment, and I don't like
Isn't it
you.
okay to rat a rat out though?
No.
And give your idea on who it might be?
No.
Why? Why are
absolutely
you
not.
protecting them?
Why should I?
You're protecting his source?
Because I'm not like that. I don't rat people out like he fucking rats people out.
I never rat people
Yeah,
out.
okay.
I never give up my sources on anything like this DePace thing. Let me tell you about this DePace thing.
Go ahead.
I have people running.
Everybody knows about that. The whole hallway knows
Yeah,
about
well,
what
he's
went
got
down.
a report on that.
I
What
have
do you know
people
about it?
I'm not saying anything. It's
All right,
not
so
my.
let
It's
John
not my
say it,
business.
What we have
You know what,
confirmed
Ronnie?
is this.
You would make this show very successful.
Yeah. Ronnie, you don't understand. We need information so
Okay,
that we
good.
can have a show.
All right. Well, then let him do it. Let him be the rat
Well,
ass.
here we go.
Scott DePace,
Shit reporter.
according to multiple.
According to multiple sources.
Sorry, I heard the
Stinks.
shit reporter comment it.
Stinks.
You're a terrific reporter. Don't listen to him.
Stinks.
Could I please get this
Yeah,
story
go ahead.
out before I really have to take action?
Oh, ooh. Is that a threat or a promise?
No, I'm talking to Howard.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Be my
Go
guest.
ahead.
Multiple sources, Howard, say that Scott DePace
Multiple
has
sources.
set rules in the Howard TV control room.
I heard
he
that.
must be notified when he's being shot by a camera
Yeah.
because, in part, because he doesn't want any unflattering images of himself on the Howard TV behind the
Here's
scenes.
another
For
guy
example,
who
when
doesn't
he's
understand how we make a living.
For example, when he is sitting back in his chair.
Thanks, Scott,
Yeah.
for taking the heat off.
He doesn't want those moments captured. And in fact, I have confirmed he shined a mag light in one of the cameramen's cameras because they were trying to get a shot of him yesterday.
Has everyone gone nuts around here?
And he called.
can I
And he
say
called
something? How are we
one
gonna
of
make
his
a living?
producers.
How are we
and
gonna
he
make a
called,
living?
You did call one of the producers back there unintelligent yesterday as well.
Is any of it true?
Wow.
Is any of that true? And I believe it is true.
Bits and pieces, but not for the reasons he's
bits and
saying.
pieces.
Go ahead.
So the first thing is,
yes.
I simply don't want a camera spying on me. I have no problem with a camera when I.
Me neither, asshole.
Well, none of us want a camera spying.
So all I requested was that they let me know when they're shooting and when I'm in the control room. I'm in the control room doing my thing.
Yeah, but something went down that would have been good on Howard TV.
No, not once. I simply
What was the
said
event?
I want to know. Now listen. So no, let me explain to you.
John, what was the event
No,
that
let me
he
explain.
boycotted?
Let's hear, Howard, with all due respect, let's hear what he says so that I can contradict it with fact.
On the life of my kids, I never told them they can't shoot me. Never once.
But the other day they couldn't shoot you.
They could too.
They have to inform
no,
you.
all I said is just let me know. So it went, a couple of segments went by when all of a sudden I look over my shoulder and there's a camera there and I'm like, hey, can you just let me know? So then apparently, so they were letting me know, but it wasn't loud enough. I wasn't hearing it. So I said, well, can you tap me on the shoulder or do something so that I know you're shooting me? And that was the whole controversy.
But I thought there was something going on that was of particular interest, and the guys were afraid to pick up the camera because they couldn't alert you during it because you were having a meltdown.
Yesterday, my switcher was melting down. I'm doing all this stuff, and you were yelling at me because there was shit in the monitor.
Right.
Rightfully.
Was that the incident?
No, there was another incident as well. During when
tell Lee to get in here.
When Kelsey, the woman with the large breasts, came in, and there was the jumping jacks incident back in Howard TV.
Right.
My sources tell me that Scott told them not to shoot it, and in fact yelled at Greg Carmel, the cameraman, for documenting the event when he was just doing his job.
That's a lie. That's libel. I'd
well,
like
then
to
let's
take
get
that
them
person
in
to court.
Then let's get them in
Whoever
here.
That person is.
I have
that was a flat-out lie. The only reason I did it was because there was a camera.
Are
there.
you censoring what is being shot of yourself?
Never once. No.
You're not censoring.
Can I ask a question? I got a question.
Not that I'm aware of.
Scott, if you get into an argument with somebody, somebody doesn't have time to tap you on the shoulder, but it's interesting. Will they get in trouble if they shoot it?
No, I'm talking about that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I'm doing my job and over my shoulder there happens to be a camera there, and not when I'm arguing with someone. That's of course fair game.
Nobody shoot it yesterday when you were having this huge argument in the hallway, and Jason went out, and everybody was afraid to shoot it because they were told they can't shoot you.
What is this?
All right, listen to me.
Listen
to me. Yes, Doug, what do you want to say?
Bring one of these people in here. Is this one of them?
That's one of them.
No. I'm actually going to defend Scott.
Listen, let me say something. Never mind your defense. Here's what I'm going to say.
Well, I'll tell you what
I got to cut through the bullshit.
He's not interested in that.
Everyone, cut the bullshit. None of you are superstars. I am a superstar. You are not. The reason people know your name is because of me. Why do they know your name? Because we make everyone part of the show. You don't pick and choose what you can be part of. Get the cameras on and let's go, baby.
Can I just tell you what happened? Jason saw this fight, part 2. Now, I don't know why John, the great reporter, is not reporting that he has this all on. He was in there with the microphone. They had part 1. It was all on camera. It was all on. He recorded it. So they picked it up in the hallway after the show, and I guess there just wasn't a camera around.
Why don't I have the tape this morning?
I don't know.
In other words, if it were anybody else, you'd be Gary. You're not going to believe this. Jason and John Hine had a huge fight. Here's the audio.
Good point. Why is it not being
we
shown?
can. I think you're going to be bored. Is
there an edict, Doug?
Why didn't you do this?
Is there an edict? I did the story yesterday on Howard 100 News with Lee versus Scott. But is there an edict that Scott cannot be shot in unflattering positions when he's leaning back in his chair?
No.
Well, I don't think I want to be shown that way, and if I knew a camera was on me, I probably would straighten up. Of course, I'm not an idiot.
And that's the point here. The point, what Gary is saying is, cameras can shoot Gary ad nauseum, but you are putting rules on what cameras can show.
Well, if that's true, then tell Gary to turn that camera on 24/7. I want to see what he's doing in his office.
It's on all the time during the show.
No, it's not. He hits a button and it goes on for 10 seconds.
That's after you fucked me last year. But also, every day I'm here.
All right.
Lieberman, you got this one wrong, pal.
I did not get this one wrong. I totally stand by this.
All right, as long as it's straightened out now.
Yeah, sort of.
Everybody's a superstar right here. Ronnie doesn't want to be asked questions.
They're all going no access.
No access. No access. We won't have a show anymore.
Never said it.
Lieberman, good job.
Thank you.
Bullshit.
Good job.
Bullshit. No comment. Scott.
Well, all right. I got King of All Blacks wants a comment. Thank you, Red Gypsy. King of All Blacks, yes.
Yeah, Ronnie and a couple of other people up there, they want to be you,
right?
But without the criticism,
right?
They just want to chill and be a superstar, but they want to be you, because it seems like you don't get any criticism from people,
right?
So they want to be like you,
right?
And what's going to happen eventually is that they're going to grow a hatred to you,
right? King's on track with this.
Yeah, I'm always on track.
Not always, but this time you are.
Yeah, I was like, boy, he's making sense.
Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. All of a sudden, he's making sense.
How's my phone sound?
The phone is
that great.
It's not great. I don't know why, but thank you, King. All right, Mark, you have the last word on this, and then I really do have to take a break. And then we'll do a nude workout and a lot of other things, Robin. If you get undressed during the commercial.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, smart.
Everybody else, too.
Yeah. Not just you. What is it, Mark?
I love you, Howard. I got to say, Ronnie seems to be a bit insecure. I think he realizes he might be in over his head, and he's pedaling desperately to try to keep his head above water. That might be why he's so offensive every time he thinks someone's attacking him.
Yeah, he goes on the offense. You're right. I mean, guy says to me, "Did you get a new car?" He's like, "Oh, I didn't get a new car. Fuck you, you asshole."
Yeah,
I mean, but the
you
cursing.
could brag about that, wouldn't you? I mean, shouldn't that give him bragging rights?
Sure, why not? Listen, Ronnie says Howard has his things. He likes new electronics. If Lieberman says you get a new phone, yeah, I got a new phone.
Hey, Howard?
And he talks about it.
I can almost understand why DePace would be kind of ticked off. He just doesn't, he doesn't want unflattering pictures of himself taken. I don't think that's right that he makes that edict, but that's his edict.
Yeah, he certainly takes unflattering pictures of us.
I don't understand the Ronnie thing even for a second.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Ronnie wants to be a judge on the intern beauty pageant. Ronnie wants to come in here and help out with Kelsey and the bathing suits. But the other part of that is also allowing yourself to be exposed in other ways.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
Well, the best is I bought a car that everyone will look at, and I don't want them looking at me.
Yeah, he doesn't want attention.
So either he's crazy or he's retarded.
He's got to calm down a little, and you know what it is. He's getting very big with his Ronnie block party.
I think he needs some psychotherapy.
That's the problem. You're getting a little. You got the Ronnie block party.
Right, Fred.
What?
I'm crazy. I told you that.
I'm just really trying to understand this, Ronnie. I don't understand the venom towards Lieberman. I mean, Lieberman's just doing his
Lieberman.
job. Why?
He's a shyster reporter. I don't like him.
He's a what?
Shyster.
A shyster.
A shyster's
I don't like
lawyer.
him.
You know what a shyster is?
Yeah, I know what a shyster is.
What is a shyster?
Never mind.
All right, that's right.
I don't know. Whatever.
Listen.
But you're funny, too.
Calm down.
No, I don't. What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
That's right. You do nothing.
I'm not doing.
So be happy. You got to go.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, I just agreed with you.
Here we go.
I agreed with you.
Nothing.
You said I don't do anything. I go. I agree.
All right. You're right. I do nothing.
Wait, I agree with you.
I do nothing. You're right. Why do you have me? If I do nothing, you're right.
If I agree with you,
I'm part of the wallpaper.
No, you're right.
I'm fucking crazy. I told you that.
Didn't you have Lieberman to your house for a barbecue? Didn't you have Lieberman to your house for a barbecue?
Yeah, because I like his girlfriend. I can't stand him.
Oh. What, John?
No.
Didn't he have you to a barbecue?
And his nice son. He has a nice son.
Yeah.
But he's a douchebag. I'm sorry.
You like his girlfriend and his son.
Okay, let me tell you something. Jim McClure just sent me an interesting email, and this should put this to rest.
Look at you.
You told everybody at the barbecue.
Look how angry you are.
You told everybody at the barbecue that you had, which I attended.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That about the pace car. So it can't be a secret. You wanted it known. I didn't hear it there, but you wanted it known.
No, I told friends of mine what I was doing.
Oh, you know when
You're
you
not
tell
my
people that it's going to get... You're not my friend either.
Good.
And by calling on me to be fired yesterday, that is extremely disrespectful.
Look, yeah, that's the part you missed on the wrap-up show.
Because I would never question you in your capacity. I would never say, Howard,
Dude,
I think this guy should be fired.
I was tweaking your buttons just like everybody else does to me. And you didn't like it at all.
And
you went off the deep end when I said that to you.
And DePace is a man.
The deep end.
I will give this to DePace.
You went over the line. He never criticizes your job.
Never.
Oh, I was screwing around with him like everybody does to me.
You
okay.
went over the line.
All right. Yeah, I go over.
I don't make personal attacks.
I go over the line.
You said he's not competent.
I go over the line.
You said he was incompetent.
Look. At least Scott DePace stood...
Yes, sir, General!
At least Scott DePace stood there. Listen to me. At least Scott DePace stood there just now and answered my questions.
Good for him.
Admitting that he has put rules on when the camera can shoot him. He must be alerted.
You're Jewish.
You just told me...
Dude, you're Jewish. What are you talking with your hands for? Jewish people don't talk with their hands.
Scott, you just told me...
Italians do, like me.
Scott,
what's wrong with you?
Scott, you just told me that you
Look at him.
alerted everybody that you have to be told when you are being shot.
Where's your black dick, man? Let me see it.
Yes, that's true.
Thank you. Howard, did you hear that?
Yes, listen, you don't have to justify this to me.
You're so upset.
I am not upset at all, but I don't like... I do not like when my professionalism and my profession is questioned. I know how to be a reporter, and I am not here to explain to you. I am not here to explain to you the fundamentals of journalism.
Blood pressure's going up.
All right,
you're going to blow an eye vessel like me, man. Look out.
But now you pissed off John.
Wow. I'm done.
Did he just throw down the
Yeah. It's getting crazy.
Everybody around here is nuts.
Mark, go ahead, because I got to take a break.
Well, I feel for you, Ronnie. It really sucks when it feels like people are teaming up on you.
Well,
but, hey, you got people out there that are supporting you. I'm not sure where they are, but they're out there, okay?
Teaming up on him. They asked him if he got a new car.
Yeah. I don't know quite what to say about it. Maybe he's self-hating and projecting it on others. I can't quite.
I mean, what kind of question is that to blow up over?
Don't you want to know about Ronnie's new car?
Yeah, but he certainly doesn't want me to. That's why
But he's driving around in a pace car. I mean, he's not in the Indy 500.
That's like waving a flag.
I mean, that's like me going out in my fart man costume saying, please don't comment on what I'm wearing.
It's like skywriting and saying, please don't read the note.
Right. I mean, what is that?
It's like a woman walking out with Band-Aids on her nipples
I'm
and
going to
saying,
walk
don't
out of
stare
my
at my
house.
tits.
I'm going to walk out of my house naked and then say, please don't comment on it. I mean, what is that? Yeah, Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, if Ronnie can't handle jokes about his pace car, how's he going to handle all the jokes after Richard blows him? Because even if Ronnie quits the show, he's going to get jokes about it for the rest of his life.
All right, thank you, Matt. You had the last word on that.
I'm telling you, we're getting into a weird area with those two in a funny way. So it's out there. So Ronnie's doing this weird move. Ronnie's just leaning against the wall, and Ronnie's at the far wall, and Lieberman's over here by the green room, and they're just yelling at each other. And Ronnie's like the guy in the movie, like the gangster, like flipping the coin. He goes, "You're a shit reporter." And I don't know why, but Lieberman goes, "Fuck you! I'm not a shit reporter." I'm telling you, it's getting weird. Oh my God. Do they know that? It's completely repetitive, by the way. Like you could go out there in an hour, and the conversation will have not changed at all. Started up again. It's like that Star Trek. But Ronnie has figured. But here's the funny thing. Ronnie has figured out if he calls him a shit reporter, it gets under his skin. Right. But Ronnie can't. We talked about this on Rapid News. Ronnie doesn't understand how you rile him up to get under his skin. He doesn't. No, he doesn't like me. I go, but you don't really not like Lieberman. You're just fucking with him. He goes, I know. It's very interesting.
John, why did you finally crack with this Ronnie nonsense? What pushed you over the edge today?
Calling me a shit reporter.
I only speak the truth.
But you're typically able to separate the two. You're typically...
I am, but you know what, Greg? I am able to separate the two, but I don't like to be called a shit reporter in front of millions of listeners and viewers of Howard TV. I mean, nobody likes their professionalism questioned, and that was the point. I've never once questioned Ronnie's professionalism. I've never once said Ronnie's a bad security guard, or Ronnie isn't good at his job, or Ronnie isn't good in this way. I was simply reporting a story, which, Greg, I want to point out, turned out to be true. The story I reported was true. He has a pace car. That is the bottom line here. And Ronnie trying to tell me how to be a reporter is completely and utterly ridiculous. And then suggesting that I should be fired goes too far. It just goes too far.
What do you think this speaks to? I mean, why would Ronnie take these roads? Why would he go down these avenues?
Because... Fuck. Because when you have no defense and you're backed into a corner, you scratch and claw your way out. And that's
I'm always watching you.
Exactly. But this Ronnie thing is not going to end, because the reality is, when you break it down, he knows how to push my buttons and I know how to push his. This may go on forever.
Just remember, I'm here behind you, man. I'm always around.
Watch those cupcakes. He's putting on a few pounds with the cupcakes.
He's worried about me watching cupcakes. You should be watching the TV screen, man.
Is it safe to say that the honeymoon is over? That your little golden era that you enjoyed
my
the first
1 year.
year?
You know, this week marks my 1 year. I think the honeymoon, or maybe it was, it marks my 1 year. So my honeymoon's over. But, you know, at the end of the day, we'll just have to see what happens moving forward.
Keep up the good work, John. It's a sign of your solid reporting that you've started to crack some of the team members around here.
Thank you, Greg. You're next.
Sucks.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
You get a special kind of kick out of when you get a rise out of John Lieberman or any of the news reporters.
You know, everybody's got their guy they pounds on around here. I'm one of the guys that gets pounded on by everybody. So you know what? I like giving it back now. I like it, man. I'm pounding.
No more punching bag.
I'm pounding, man.
You're doing the punching.
I found my punching bag.
And now
I know how to get to him. I know how to get to him, man. Could you close that door, please?
Why did this story
Thank you, sir.
in particular get to you? I mean, there have been far worse things reported about you than having a pace car.
I just want to be left alone. Leave me alone when it comes to that.
But don't you
Do you
think...
want people following you around the fucking street?
Well, of course not. But don't you think
I mean, I don't mind. I like people. I like doing the comedy shows. I like going out there and seeing everybody, but I don't need them following me around in my car. Do you get my point on that?
Do you not like
Do
John...
you get my point on that?
I thought that was a rhetorical question.
Do you get my point?
Yes.
That's all I'm asking.
Yes.
Do you get my point?
Yes.
Never mind. You're like the rest of them.
But why did this story in particular really set you up? There have been far worse things.
I just told you. What don't you understand about that?
I guess I didn't get your point.
What don't you understand about that?
Yeah, I guess I didn't get it.
I guess not. Have a lovely day, please.
All right, Robin, let's hear from John Hein. John Hein, what's on the wrap-up show right now?
Scott DePace denies that he must be notified when he's being shot on camera.
Yeah, everyone's got rules all of a sudden, but we're going to clear all that up.
Edict in these parts.
Just keep the... I am the boss around here. Keep a camera on him. That's it. No more rules with it. Everyone has special rules. Tim all of a sudden goes, don't tweet this, don't put this on. This one, Doug Goodstein has the rules. Everyone's got rules around here. This is how we make a living. If you don't like it, you should work somewhere else.
So can we put a camera on you when you don't realize it's there?
There's a camera on me all the time.
No, but when you don't.
When I'm doing the show, during the show hours, there's a camera on me all the time. That's it. Wait, what do you?
I never once said it can't be. I just want to know when it is.
It's on you now. It's on you all the time. Now you know. So how can you not know? It's on you all the time.
So, all right, and
now you know.
That goes for everyone, right? I could just walk up behind him with a camera. Anyone here?
Sure.
At any time I want. That's what we do all day.
What do you think we're doing? What do you think's in the halls with Howard TV? You work for Howard TV.
There's a light on and you know that it's there. This is totally hidden.
What? Hidden? Get out of here.
Scott, when there's a
what
camera,
show do you work
the
for?
studio is not lit, so whenever there's a camera on, it should be a light on. No, that's where you're wrong, Gary, because I can't...
You don't see it as a camera?
I can't see the monitor.
All right, listen to me, Scott. I'm going to explain it again. It's so simple. There's a camera on you all the time. Now you know.
I installed my own camera for that. I don't want a camera sneaking up behind me.
Hold on. We work on the Howard Stern show. We have cameras on. You work for Howard TV.
He's a director, not a...
The direct. You ever watch the Academy Awards? They got a fucking camera on them.
I'm the producer, and Lieberman's... I'm the producer. Lieberman's a news guy. Lisa's a news person. Fred does everything, and we all participate in the show.
And Scott, if you do that, that means everyone else does that, and then we don't have a show. And Howard TV doesn't have a channel, and you got to go find a new job.
Why are you
Can I
different?
put the camera on Gary full time then? I want the camera on full time.
But we're not saying put it on you full time. We're saying when something interesting is happening, like in the hallway when two people fight, there's no light.
You know what? He clearly doesn't understand how he's paid.
No, both of you guys don't understand. I fully understand. I've never once said no.
Scott, the camera is on you during the show. That's it.
Here's what it really is about.
At any time.
I want to see. How do I know if Gary's doing
It's
something
on
interesting?
all the time.
Can Gary's be on all the time?
Why is it about me? It's about you.
We have a camera in the hallway. They run around with it all the
Gary.
Here's what this is about, Howard. I'm going to tell you right now. This is what it's about, which is the stupidest thing. Sometimes when it gets late in the show, Scott slouches in his chair.
Right.
You're like way down low, like almost like he looks like he's falling asleep. And he does not want to be shot like that. And he's told people, don't shoot me like that.
Shoot him slouching in his chair. I want to know when he's slouching in his chair.
That is not what
And the camera is now on, and it will be turned off.
Again, you have it wrong.
The camera is now on. In fact, if you look behind you, there's a cameraman. Take a look behind you. There he is. There's your cameraman. His name is Jason.
Oh, it's a big fat guy.
Yeah.
Give me your best.
The camera's now on, and it's going to be turned off in 2015 when there's no Howard TV and there's no more Howard Stern show, and then everyone will go get a new job where there's no camera.
Okay, I swear to God.
Don't slouch in your chair.
I'm sneaking up behind everyone with a camera. I'm going to find stuff.
Good.
I'm going to see
Go ahead.
doing stuff. I'm
Good.
See
I can't wait to see it. Howard TV fans will love it.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of tape.
Thank you. Gee whiz, he doesn't know the camera's on?
Scott, real quick. What's Howard not understanding about your...
Oh my God, fucking everything. Everything he gets wrong. It's unbelievable at this point. He doesn't understand that, you know, this is a 5-hour show. And to have a camera sneak up behind you, I'm not into. And you know what I'll do? To punish him, I'm going to clam up. And they're going to get nothing out of me. How about that?
Well, explain what you're doing. I mean, right here, you're having to pay attention to monitors. You're not able to know what you're trying to say is you're not able to see.
You're helping me out.
You don't have the visual cue of a light coming up behind you because that light would impede you from doing your job.
Right.
Just like if my light or Rob's light impeded one of them from doing their job, they require us to turn it off.
Yeah. Like if I did this to you, you couldn't shoot me.
Could potentially ruin my lens.
So, yeah, it's a sneaky thing. It's basically having a hidden camera on me all the time. So I don't understand why it's different with Gary. Why can't he have a camera on him all the time? And let me see if something is interesting or not. So, I don't get it.
Did Roseanne lay down any rules? Was there anything to not speak about? And why does she put herself in that position where, I mean, she pretty much knows going in it's going to be a boatload of fat jokes and stuff. Like, I would guess, somebody said yesterday, would Howard put any controls on it? And I said, yeah, you probably would. I didn't say this on the air, but in my mind, you wouldn't want anybody to talk about your ex-wife. You want anybody to talk about your kids.
Right, right.
So why is, like, there's a mindset, like Roseanne's saying, the gloves are off, man. Fucking hit me wherever you want. And I don't know why
you would put yourself
yeah.
through, like, what is the...
See, the other thing, too, is, here's the thing. You're in a better position. I think there's a part of Roseanne that does it because there's a need...
To be in the limelight.
Or to be... Whether it's promoting a show that's coming up, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be there. I think everyone who does it needs to be there for a reason. I think there's a psychological mindset there that's a little weird that you should explore.
Okay. Roseanne's supposed to call in just a minute or two.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, they had this roast for Roseanne. I compiled a bunch of articles. These are some of the jokes. A guy named Anthony Jeselnik said, Roseanne, what does it say about you that when you accused your father of incest, there was an outpouring of sympathy for your father? That's pretty good. Amy Schumer said of Roseanne, I was surprised you were running for president. I just think a lot of people just couldn't even picture you, like, running. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Seth Green said, the thing with Roseanne is she has enough money not to work, but she still does a TV show every few years to punish the rest of us. You've even had 2 reality shows, which is a lot for someone who is completely out of touch with reality.
Good.
Yeah. Katie Segal said, it's great to see Roseanne back in the spotlight. Technically, it's 2 spotlights, but you get the idea. A lot of fat jokes, you know.
Right.
Jeff Ross said, folks, in case you don't know where Hawaii is, it's just off the coast of Roseanne. And then he says to Roseanne, it means you're fat. You want to hear a few more of these?
Sure.
All right, Wayne Brady said, Roseanne, it's been said that you stole Sam Kinnison's style. You're fat, loud, and you died in the 90s. That's good. But Roseanne, you had to overcome a lot to make it in Hollywood, and that's why I love you. Bad marriages, mental illness, plus you look like Roseanne.
Oh.
You're oversized, beat up, and you reek of marijuana. You're kind of like Willie Nelson's tour bus, except people still want to ride that. I think that's real strong. Carrie Fisher said, "You're a follower of the Kabbalah. How embarrassing for you," which is a form of Jewish mysticism. You know what else would be a form of Jewish mysticism? Hollywood giving you another show. Let's see what else. Gilbert Gottfried. Tonight it's our chance to end the reign of Rozilla forever. Evidently he kept referring to her as Rozilla.
Rozilla.
Everyone grab your torches and lead her to the pit. She'll think it's a barbecue. Rozilla.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see. What did Tom Arnold say here? A lot of these we heard already. I had Rosie's face tattooed on my chest. Believe me, it's hard for a woman to have sex with you when Roseanne is staring at her. It's even harder to masturbate. Rosie, this is true. Had I loved Tom Arnold tattooed... Oh, I said... Rose, I don't know, this is weirdly written, but he had I love Tom Arnold tattooed... She had Tom Arnold... I don't know what this is. Rosie had I love Tom Arnold tattooed on her hip, which made me the 4th largest property owner in California.
Oh.
I knew there was a good joke in there somewhere. Rosie, there's no reason to be jealous of my wife, Ashley. She's tall and thin and wasn't even born when we were married. Plus, I've learned from your biggest mistake. I made her sign a prenup. I thought that was pretty good. To Roseanne's boyfriend, I want to say to you, man, no matter what, you've got to stick with this woman. She may not be the perfect wife, but trust me, she's the worst ex-wife on the planet. Literally. You do not want to be the guy on the couch with your date and hear how small your penis is on Saturday Night Live. And then The View, and then CNN, and then Al Jazeera. She holds a grudge. Recently, Roseanne got in trouble for wishing cancer on a Chick-fil-A customer. But you guys can all relax. If she had the power to wish cancer on anyone, I would have been dead in 94. All right. Not so good?
Well,
Anyway.
maybe it was his delivery.
Maybe he had a better delivery than I did. All right, Roseanne's on the phone.
Oh, good.
Hey, Roseanne. Roseanne?
Yeah, hi, Howard.
You okay, baby?
Oh, God, it's early.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Where
You're up
are
this
you?
early.
Still out in Los Angeles? It's like 5:30. Hey, can you swear on this show?
Yes.
Oh, fucking great.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want here. There's complete freedom of speech. Roseanne, why would anyone, especially a woman in your position, why would you put yourself through a roast? Seriously, from a psychological point of view, I mean, it's endless fat jokes. Like, I was even thinking about it for myself. Like, if someone said to me they want to roast me, I don't think I'd want to put myself through it.
Why? It's fun.
Is it, though? I mean...
Well, it is. I mean, I'd say that over the whole... It was... Christ, it took about 3 hours to film it, you know.
Right.
But, you know, when it was up and running, there's some damn good jokes, man. You know, it's good to laugh at yourself. It's, you know, it's kind of a test to see how sound you are mentally and spiritually and everything else, like a warrior thing. And I knew I could do it. And, you know,
but could
I knew
you
I
really...
could
But, Roseanne, did you lay down rules? Like, I think if I had to be roasted...
Mm-hmm.
I think I would lay down some rules. I would say, look, I don't want you talking about my kids. I don't want you talking about, even, I wouldn't even want them talking about my ex-wife. I wouldn't want, you know what I'm saying?
I do, and I did. Yeah, I asked them, you know, not to make jokes about certain things about me, and I asked them to make sure that they didn't, you know, do the, you know, the stuff the kind of jokes they like to tell about any woman. I told them to class it up, bring it up to first grade, guys.
All right. When you say you laid down rules, what did you specifically say to lay off?
Well, don't talk about women's body parts and their smell and all that friggin' ridiculous kind of snake-like joke that a lot of guys think is funny, you know, and it's not, because there were a lot of women up there. So I just asked them to class it up, and you know they did. They did a great job.
Because then it's too easy. So, like when
yeah,
like sometimes
no easy. Yeah, well, don't talk about no shit jokes. You know, when I did Roseanne, that was my rule. You're not getting one shit joke in there.
Or like your pussy smells, or this kind of thing, like where they just take a woman's private parts and just rip them apart, so to speak.
Yeah, because there's other things you can make fun of a person for besides their asshole.
Right, and when a guy said, when someone gets up there and says, "Oh, you know, Roseanne was molested as a child," which is something that caused you a lot of pain. Roseanne was molested as a child, and I feel so bad for her father. You know that kind of thing. That didn't sting a little bit.
actually, Actually, I told him don't do if you're going to do any jokes like that, don't have it be like like Sandusky would laugh.
Right. Like where a guy would think, oh yeah, it's okay to molest someone.
Yeah, but the one that they did, I guess they're going to take it out. They've been real nice to me, and of course I wouldn't have done it if they hadn't listened. But
right.
There were two jokes like that, and. One of them I thought was really funny. I didn't think I would, but they say they're going to take him out. And now I find myself saying, leave that one, which you never know what you're going to do,
Which one was that? Was that the Seth Green? They say they're going to take out the Seth Green comment where Jeff Ross compared him to the shooter in Colorado. I think they shouldn't take that out. I don't think it was disparaging to the victims of that thing. It was more disparaging to Seth Green and his movie career.
Well, I guess they've had a few calls, and they're. But yeah, the whole reason you have a comedy channel and a comedy roast and that level of comics is to push the envelope and to try to go over the line. I mean, that proves we have a country of free speech. If you're going to go over the line, where is the line? You don't know till you go over it, and I kind of think it's important to keep that. But I was going to tell you the joke that I did think was funny, that I was mad about getting molested because I didn't get the candy.
Right,
I
right. Jeff
thought
did
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was brilliant, really.
Yeah, it's going the right way with it. I mean, of course, Howard and Robin, we can tell jokes about anything. It's just how we say them,
No, you're absolutely right. I was saying, especially with this show, I've been in trouble many times because I don't even get the luxury of preparing my comments. Sometimes I'm talking off the cuff. Making people laugh is the hardest thing in the world.
You know what? But you're right, Howard, and it's like one of the most noble, too, especially in these tough times, and that's why I wanted to do it, because I'm like, man, people need to laugh. I need to laugh, of course, I just love jokes, and I love being around comedians, and I just love that level of thought and on-your-feet stuff, Howard, that we do. It's awesome.
Roseanne, was there anybody there who tanked, in your opinion, who bombed, like didn't come off well making fun of you?
You know what? Nobody tanked. Everybody was real funny. There was, I thought, of all the funny things that, I thought that the Wayne Brady, his joke was the one that most went over the line. And,
the Sam Kinison, you're fat, you're loud, and you died in the 90s, that thing, you had to overcome a lot to make it in Hollywood. That's why I love you. Bad marriages, mental illness, plus you look like Roseanne.
No, not that one. I thought those were kind of funny.
Right.
There was just one that was like, ugh.
What do you say?
I can't remember because I have no memory because I smoke too much pot. But, it was whatever where there was a cringe moment. But, I just put my hands over my eyes on the cringe moments, and I only did that 3 times. And one was, of course, on the Colorado shooting one because,
right. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Although I think it should be there, and people, they did get mad and like groan and stuff like that. But you got to respect a brave comic that'll go out there. Look what happened to Gilbert.
Right.
We can't keep letting them take us down like that. We have freedom of speech here.
Right. You're referring to Gilbert tweeted a tsunami joke after the Japanese tsunami. And he lost his
job,
his gig and stuff. Yeah, it's a weird thing because people don't realize how hard it is to know that line. And I told this story yesterday to Jeff Ross. I said I was on Letterman right after the OJ thing went on, and before any comedian made a joke, I went on there and made an OJ reference, a joke, and Letterman really kind of blasted me for it. And then 3 days later, he was making OJ jokes. It was suddenly okay. And that always struck me as like, well, someone's got to test the waters, right?
Yeah, and also I think psychically, the one that tells the first joke is the one that kind of bursts the toxic bubble that we're, once we laugh at it,
right.
We kind of heal it a little bit, I think,
Yeah, it's a tough line. Did you recently apologize for some of your tweets?
You know what? I apologize that I used the wrong word to convey a thought. It's really hard on there because you only get 140 characters, and
right.
I used the wrong word. I realized after. I couldn't understand why people were so angry, so I reread it about 50 times, and I was like, well, what? And then it hit me that I had used the word deserves and it's not at all what I meant.
You're talking about Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah, I said anyone who eats hormone-infused, antibiotic-filled, factory farm chicken, deserves the cancer they're going to get. And, that was after like 50 or 100 million tweets going, "You're un-American." I just got too pissed, and I spit out deserves. Well, I shouldn't have used the word deserves. What I was trying to say is, hey, if you eat shit, you're going to get sick.
Right, and to me, now I will probably end up following you on Twitter because that sounds like you're saying something interesting, but as soon as you say something interesting along those lines, you get crap, and then it kind of beats the crap out of you to the point that you don't Twitter, and then you don't say anything interesting, right?
Yeah, I take a break once the idiot factor, reaches tipping point. I just walk away for a while.
And with the Chick-fil-A thing, I can't believe how many people don't understand. This isn't a freedom of. No one's saying the guy from Chick-fil-A can't say what he wants to say.
Well, he's trying to spin the shit, and say now that it's freedom of speech. It is certainly not about that.
That's right.
People in America, they can't friggin' name the shit. They can't be accurate and name the shit anymore. And then people make sure that they can't.
Yeah, it's subterfuge. The guy from Chick-fil-A, what I'm saying is because I believe people have a right to get married and gay people have to have a freedom should feel as good about themselves as anybody else. They're saying, hey, listen, why should we support Chick-fil-A if they're going to be like this?
Right.
I mean, the dopey guy should just keep his mouth shut and serve the stupid chicken. I mean, that's any good businessman knows that. Don't give your political views.
Yeah, especially when they're that extreme, and they include, like, deporting gays. I mean, it's not just about gay marriage. He says it is, but that guy, Mr. Cathy, he gave $5 million last year to these real extreme anti-gay things that say that, that gays should be deported, among other things, and that, pretty much hate speech setting them up to get, attacked on the street.
Where does he suggest we deport them to? The moon? I mean, he doesn't have any gay people?
The gay state?
Here's what's the problem with a guy like that. He doesn't know any gay people. He doesn't have any gay relatives. He might even have a gay child.
Well, his name's Mr. Cathy. That's what cracks me up.
Yeah, Cathy. Well, maybe that's it. He's a little sensitive. Maybe he's trying to show how manly he is or something. I don't know. Now, are you still running for president?
Yeah, I'm still doing it, Howard.
And are you actually, in other words, when I go to vote, will I see the name Roseanne there?
Well, that's what it's really all about. The reason I'm doing it, Howard, is because it's about ballot access. Now, the party that I was elected, we're on the ballot in 14 states. The point is that a party, other than this two-headed monster, this two-headed Republican monster, there should be a third party that people have a real choice, not two sides of the same coin. Like, okay, both Romney and Obama work for Wall Street. People should have a choice of a candidate who does not. And so, that isn't even on the ballot in anything but 14 states.
What is the party?
That's what I'm trying to increase.
What is the party you're with?
Peace and freedom.
And in other words, your point is if I can get this peace and freedom third party on more, you get a certain amount of votes, and then automatically it gets added to the voting booth.
Right. Well, my point is that people should have a socialist choice at least a conversation. It should at least be included in the conversation, since it is the thing that saved this country after the last time Wall Street fucked us.
If you so when you go into the voting booth, are you going to vote for yourself, or will you vote for Obama or Romney?
Well, everybody has to ask themselves big moral questions, and of course, I plan to vote for myself because I do think that I'm the only candidate who isn't bought and sold and full of shit. And but it depends. Of course. Even though I think they're basically the same, I think Obama's better than Romney. I think that he's 2% better.
Mm-hmm. What if you actually? What if something bizarre happened and you actually become president?
Then this country would be on its way to prosperity and peace and freedom. If I was president, believe me, there's no way that I know exactly how to fix every problem, and I know exactly how to do it, and I do it immediately, like they did it in Iceland. Read about Iceland, Howard. They kicked out the Fed, the Federal Reserve, and their economy is booming after 3 months because there's nobody there just stealing their damn money.
Well, I read that part of your platform is if you really do become president, you're going to drone attack Tom Arnold's house. What did you ask Willie Nelson to be your vice president?
I did, and he accepted.
He did, because the report I got was that he turned you down.
No. First he turned me down, and then he accepted. And I was so happy when he accepted my campaign and everything, and then like 1 hour later he withdrew. So
so you still don't have a running
I
mate?
want some of the shit he's smoking.
Yeah. Do you smoke a lot of weed? Because there were a lot of references that you smoke weed.
You know what, Howard? I have glaucoma, and I have medical marijuana. In California, it's legal.
Do you really have glaucoma, or is that just sort of something you got your doctor to go along with?
Well,
it was cured, but she's still treating
Yeah, right. Well, she's treating it.
I'm almost all but blind in my left eye now, and you know, I probably have to have surgery and all kinds of crazy stuff. My eyes are, nothing.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you baked like 24 hours a day? Is it that much pot use?
Oh no, I only I take about one drag in the morning, Howard. I don't do it in the afternoon or at night.
Why the morning? That gets you sort of...
I have to read a lot in the morning,
So you're saying it really does alleviate the symptoms of glaucoma?
Yeah, you have a lot of pressure in your eyes, and it does relieve it, and you can see better. But also, I just found out I also have cataracts. Christ, now I'm talking about how goddamn old I am. But can you believe cataracts?
It's depressing, isn't it?
Oh, it's just so fucking depressing. I guess I needed a laugh, and love being around people laughing. The audience was wonderful, and
and talk to me about the decision. Take me through this decision, because I had Tom Arnold on my show, I'd say about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And by the way, Tom did a really good job being on the show. He was witty, he was funny, he got people laughing. He was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and his time on
I'm glad people like him and think he's funny now. When we were married, everybody was saying he wasn't funny.
You're right. And I was one of them.
Maybe we would have got along better if we hadn't had all that pressure constantly saying, that he's not funny and all that shit, which I felt they were just coming after me anyway. But, yeah, he is funny.
But did that influence you in your relationship with him? Like, when enough people keep saying he's just using Roseanne for her money, he's not funny, he's a user, he has no talent of his own, do you start to actually believe the people who are saying that?
No, I never believed it because, he was, I knew he was funny. I hired him to write for me. That's how we, made a relationship. But, it did affect us like, that kind of stuff does affect couples. And,
damn right it does.
It made him feel real bad. And then he would get mean about it, but he directed at me. So that's what ruined it.
Yeah, I've apologized to him.
Go tell them. He'd go, you call them and tell them I am funny, and he'd be screaming until I did pick up the phone and go, hey, I want you to, and then he'd write down what I was supposed to say, or else, he'd just be screaming. So I go, I want you to know, and, part of me, of course, I wanted to defend him, but, it was just like, that was what my marriage was like, walking on eggshells. Anytime anybody said anything, I knew that, it was going to be emotional price to pay. Like a lot of people who have unhappy, what do you call it?
Spouses,
it makes your life fucking hell.
Yeah, I never even stopped to consider that. Like all of the shitty thing, and I count myself among them, and I've apologized to Tom about this, because,
Well, hey, I thank you, because I'm damn glad I ain't married to that son of a bitch anymore.
Yeah, right, I know. But in a way, when you saw him at the roast, was there a part of you that still loved him?
I thought his head was fucking huge. I couldn't believe how big his head got.
Well, it seems like he's done some plastic surgery, right?
I have no idea. We haven't even talked in 19 years. I'll tell you, when he was coming on, first we heard that he did not want to do it, right?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, he was on my show, and I forget if we talked about it off the air or on the air.
No, it was on the air.
It was on the. He said something to me. If Roseanne asked me to do it, would you think I should do it? Was that it, Robin? How did it go down?
It somehow came up like that, and he was saying, "Well, I don't think she wants to see me. I would do it, but I don't think she is open to it."
Yeah, he asked my opinion. Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
I remember because TMZ had reported that they had asked him, and I remember him saying that he wasn't sure that he wanted to do it. He thought that it was bad for his mental health, that he was like in a good place, and he wasn't sure he wanted to stir all that up again.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think he was really nervous and sort of scared to sort of see you, and I don't blame him.
You know, but then he started calling. Then he gave a call over to Comedy Central, and he told them, you know, he would be happy. He would be very happy to do it if asked.
Yeah, well, I kind of said to him, I said, Tom, it will be the greatest showbiz moment to see you and Roseanne. I said, if you can get through it, and if you can, you know, go there with a good spirit, it will be phenomenal.
Well, you know, at first he said he would, like Willie Nelson. Then the next day he said he wouldn't. Then the next day his publicist said they wouldn't let him. I called him, you know, and I left a message on his phone, and I said, hey, you know, you have my personal guarantee that it's not going to get ugly. None of this roast is going to be ugly and filthy. You know, I at least, you know, I have control over that, and they're very gracious. And I give you my word that nothing, you know, to harm you or make you feel horrible or ruin your career or your life or anything like that's going to happen. And it's just a good opportunity for both of us to show the world that we've moved on, and this is a brand new day. And
but have you moved
my
on?
heart's in the right place, and I hope you'll show up and tell some jokes. Will be great.
Oh.
So then the next thing, people came in my, you know. But I want to say, you know, I thought it was a good enough roast without him, but I thought, well, everybody kept asking me, so why not give the fans what they want, right?
Well, your first reaction was, hey, I don't want him. He was the one guy you made a stipulation. I don't want him on the roast, right? That was your initial reaction.
No, I always thought, you know, that I would ask him.
Oh, you did?
You know, everybody wants to see that. So, I mean, my first thing is, you know, I want to entertain the audience, so you got to do what you got to do, right?
What do you think that is about performers, that you'll actually put your own mental health at risk just to please the
I wasn't
audience?
putting my mental health at risk at all.
Well, seeing him again might set you off in the sense that, like, you go, oh, what the fuck? You know, I'm done with this guy. I don't want to be a part of this guy anymore. But you know what? Fuck it. It's going to be great television. I'll put myself through it.
Well, I knew that. It wasn't going to, like, and I know I don't have any emotional investment in it whatsoever. So I knew it wasn't going to upset me unless, you know, he took off after me. But I knew he was smarter than that because, you know, I figured the first time when he said no, it's because he can't take the retort. And, you know, it's a harsh retort.
Right.
But, you know, he took it, so I thought that was brave. But afterwards, you know, I thanked him, and I said, well, onward and upward. Good luck to you in your life. And, you know, it's a good thing. Also, you know, all the shit going on in our country, all this hate, I sort of thought, hey, if I can have this moment and show it, you know, maybe I'll influence other people. Get past old shit, you know, even politically, countries, maybe there can, I say in my act, or when I followed him, I said, you know, I realized that if I could bury my boiling, ceaseless hatred for Tom Arnold, there could maybe be peace in the Middle East.
Yeah, no, I remember. I mean, it was such a vicious hatred in the sense that you even said, hey, he took millions of dollars of mine that I had in a box or something. I don't remember the exact story you told me. But, you know, you felt he had stolen from you. And so I guess my question was, gee, when you really go through something like that and you still kind of harbor those feelings and you finally just kind of wipe this guy out of your mind, you don't have to see him anymore, this, that, and the other thing, you kind of put that all aside to please the audience, and that's what's crazy about performers, myself included. There's sometimes I'll do stuff I don't even want to do, but I know it'll be great television or radio.
Yeah, you're right there. And, you know, comics and stuff, we'll do anything for a laugh. I mean, of course, we've all embarrassed ourselves at some point, but that's just part of it. We're open people and honest.
But Tom's very well off now. Do you think he should pay you back?
Yeah, I do.
Yep. Yeah, I know you do.
I sure do.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm saying
that's my kid's money. He definitely should pay me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like so, but somehow you put that aside, and even after the roast, it would have been awkward if you didn't go up to him and say anything. So you walked over to him. He didn't walk over to you.
No, he went backstage, and I came backstage, and I just, you know, I said, I really, you know, think you were brave, and you really did great. Your jokes were good.
Did he go to hug you? Did he hug you?
Well, that. You know, of course he did that, but that was on the stage.
I see. But when you were backstage, did he shake your hand or hug you?
No, but I patted him on the lapel there, and I said, "Onward and upward, Tom. Let's roll. Let's go."
There was a report that backstage he tried to steal your purse. Is that true?
No, I didn't have a purse.
You did not have a purse.
No.
You do not have
to bring it.
After he was done and he came off the stage, you know, I was like, "Oh no, that was an awkward moment." And I just kind of held my hand up so he could kiss my hand like the Pope or something.
Right.
But he went for the full hug, and I was like, "Oh God." That one I was a little scared of, but you know, it was okay. There wasn't no dagger in his hand from my back or anything.
So when we watch the Roast of Roseanne Sunday night at 10 o'clock on Comedy Central, we're going to see Tom hugging you.
You know what you're going to see, though? You're going to fucking see so many funny comics, like with great, great jokes. And, you know, Gilbert, he just put me away. Gilbert made me almost fall on the floor and pee my pants.
Yeah,
Gilbert is a great roaster.
Yeah,
he's a great comic.
Yeah.
He called you Rosella.
Everybody was funny.
He called you Rosella.
Rosella was the funniest damn thing I've ever heard in my life. I couldn't get my breath.
Did you wait?
You know who was really funny was that new girl, Amy Schumer.
Amy is really funny.
She's terrific. In fact, she said of you, "I was surprised you were running for president. I just thought a lot of people couldn't picture you like running."
There was a lot of those kind of jokes. But, you know, those are funny. I didn't at any time feel that, you know, it had gone below into the toilet level like I've seen it do before, you know.
Is it true that Sharon Stone was booked for the roast and then canceled?
Well, you know what? She's doing a movie, and they moved their movie schedule, so it wasn't, you know, she couldn't get out of the movie, so, you know, she apologized and all that stuff.
You believe she's actually doing a movie?
Well, that's what we were told.
I see. So there was
But that's what I was telling you, Howard. There are a lot, and it's often very...
She's loonier and shit. I would have had a great retort for her.
Yeah.
But Carrie Fisher was on there, and boy, was she funny.
Yeah, everyone seemed to do a good job. You know, everyone, from what I'm hearing about it and reading about it, it seems like it's going to be a good night.
But oftentimes, a lot of attractive women will back out.
Yeah. Well, why do attractive women back out? Because they think
they're afraid. They can't take it.
They can't take it. Yeah,
taking the retort is like the hardest thing on earth.
You're absolutely right, because Sharon Stone, who is known for her great beauty, you know people are going to take shots at her saying your beauty is faded, and they really don't have a sense of humor about it.
Well, Sharon can deliver a punchline, believe it or not, and I think she was very excited to be there. She was, but they just moved the schedule and she couldn't. So
is she a good friend of yours?
She's a good friend-ish.
Is it true that you and John Goodman have been signed to do another sitcom together?
Well, no. We did that pilot and they didn't like it.
Okay.
But, I suppose we could do that again anytime we wanted to, but, you have to question all that stuff. Plus, we're so damn old, but I'll tell you, the one we did, the one pilot, the week we worked together, it was just a blast. It's just a wonderful, wonderful, fun, great time.
When you talk about that menopause has killed your sex drive, are you joking, or are you saying that, like, you've completely dried up and you don't have sex with your man anymore?
Well, I'll do it once in a while, but I do try to get out of it.
You do? Because why? Because it's just, in other words, you look at a guy now and it's like, oh, why bother?
When you get old, you'll find out. I guess they got Viagra for old men, which that should be illegal. But,
right.
Your body
it's not
changes,
fair.
Yeah, and, you're just kind of, Christ, you're too damn tired.
You dry up, right? I mean, in other words, it's hard to lubricate.
Jesus, Howard.
Come on, Roseanne. Let people know.
Well, yes, that is part of it, but that's just a symptom of it. The real problem is that, it's just, your get up and go just gets up and goes.
Well, maybe you should just save yourself for sex. Stop doing all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
I know that's kind of what my boyfriend suggests.
Does your boyfriend say to you, look, Roseanne, I have needs, and, try to do something. Do something for me. I mean, to just sort of dry up on him and not go anywhere with it. I mean, that is unfair to him, isn't it?
Well, I try to be a good girlfriend.
Right.
Christ, it's hard, I don't know. I'd rather have pie and just like sleep and try to fix the goddamn world.
If Willie Nelson isn't your running mate, who is?
My running mate is Cindy Sheehan.
And what is she, an actress?
Cindy Sheehan, hon. Remember the woman who she lost her son Casey in Iraq, and she occupied George Bush down there in Crawford, Texas.
The Iraq War protester.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's your running mate. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, I've got the whole story now. Let's review.
Okay.
We first want to say she showed America that she can get past things and reunited with Tom Arnold for television's sake. She did it. She sat like Jesus. She sacrificed herself for you, so you should watch.
Actually, he had some great jokes, and he was real funny.
Yeah, well, that's. Did it bother you when he started to have real success? When he was in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was having a major career. Did it irk you in some way? Like, did you become? I don't want to say jealous, but just like, I don't want to see him do well.
Not at all. No, I'm the one who, I'm the one who, took all the shots so that he did get famous. And, he just kind of turned into a monster at that point.
He did?
So, but I didn't begrudge the work I personally had done to get him to
How did he turn into a monster at that point?
Huh?
How did he turn into a monster at that point? Was he difficult to work with?
Oh, I don't know what he was like to work with, but he was impossible to be married to or live with.
Wow. And who has more money now? I would still think you have more money than Tom, but I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how much. He's done 50 movies. I don't know.
Do you think he might have more money than you?
Probably. That's the way shit goes, isn't it?
Well, you have to think, though, he had a couple of other marriages where he didn't sign prenups, remember?
Oh,
Is
that's
that right?
Yeah. He might be cleaned out, too.
Well, I don't know. I do wish him well. He told my boyfriend on the show, he said, whatever you do, stay with her. She's a horrible wife, but she makes an even worse ex-wife.
Right. Do you really wish him well? Seriously, if I gave you the power now to wish him well or to wish him ill, what would you wish him?
Of course, I wish everyone well.
You do?
Of course. Otherwise, I'd have all that hate inside me, and I'd be a miserable old bitch, and I'm not.
Right. Did you always know that your TV daughter was gay? Was that a shock to you?
Who, Sarah?
Sarah, yeah. I know Sarah now. I've been on her show.
Yes, I always knew she was gay because she liked Jodie Foster movies.
That's the sign, right? That's how you know.
I used to make fun of her. I'm like, come on, Jodie Foster. Especially after Jodie Foster did that one movie where she played the grand same here. That one where she couldn't even talk.
Nell.
Right, Nell, right.
Anybody who liked that movie, they were definitely they were undecided on their sexuality and their humanity.
Why was no one from your former huge hit sitcom on the roast? Do they not like you? Do they not get along with you? Why was Sarah not there? Why? I mean, Tom, of course, was a writer there, but aside from Tom, Sandra Bernhard. I'm trying to think who else was on the show. Tom Goodman. Where the hell was he?
John Goodman.
John Goodman, not Tom.
They were all asked, and people had other commitments, or they're, what it is, Howard. You know this, I think.
Okay.
Everybody's got a publicist.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're really Satan's hordes.
Yes.
They really do all, they're all like, it's all just image. And
do you have a publicist?
Yeah, but he's not like they are.
Well,
and everybody's like, you can't do that because you won't look this and that. I mean, obviously, my publicist doesn't give a shit what I do.
Right.
But,
I
think they stop them and they say, oh, you're going to get up there and you're going to get called names. People, again, Howard, you got to have a thick skin and, a good sense of humor about yourself to take the retort. And a lot of people in Hollywood, as you know, Howard, they don't have a sense of humor about themselves, and they're like overly sensitive,
right,
big whining fucking babies.
Right. No, you make a good point. I mean, it's a hard thing to take. So, okay.
You don't want to put yourself out there to just be knocked when you're trying real hard to get a job, and that's the other part of it, too. And why I asked Comedy Central, could we not, have people walking away feeling slimed?
Right.
So, they did a good job, and they let me bring in some new writers, and they got some new writers, and I noticed a few of them were women, and that's a big step up there for Comedy Central, and I was glad they did it. And I think they should continue looking at hiring more women writers.
Roseanne, should Romney have to release his tax returns?
not only should he have to do that, yes, absolutely. He should give back every dime he stole from the American people. There'd be no problem in this country whatsoever. Everybody be living great.
And will you release your tax returns? I know
No.
there's a big call for no.
Hell no.
You won't do it.
Well, I mean, if I have to, I will. But what? I mean, I don't. I'm not stealing any federal money. And Romney. There's questions of that. But certainly, I've never even been within 5 feet of where they got all the money hidden over there in Washington.
You feel Romney stole from the American people?
I think he stole from God and the world. I think the guy's like the biggest friggin' thief that ever lived, and he's self-righteous about it on top of it.
Listen, Roseanne, you've said it all. You know you've said it all.
Mm-hmm. Not all.
You close to. All right, that's true. You got a little shy when it came to menopause and drying up.
Well, because I have grandsons, Howard.
Listen, they need to know about this. One day they're going to get old.
They're only 2 or 3.
They need to know about drying
when
up.
When they were 5, my one grandson said to my boyfriend, he goes, "Why do you want to have sex with an old lady like my granny?"
Yeah, that's nice. Way to throw you under the bus. Listen, it's great talking to you. Come see us when you're in New York.
Yeah, I really appreciate both of you. You're doing great, and thanks for having me.
All right, I love having you on.
Good to talk to
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye, Roseanne. That's Roseanne. I don't know if she's saying Roseanne Barr anymore. Maybe she went back to it. For a while, she wasn't Roseanne Barr.
Well, was she just a one-name person, Roseanne?
She went to. Remember when you went to Ophelia? That's where she got the idea. Yeah, go ahead. Roseanne Barr. Yeah, she's back.
She was Roseanne Barr.
All right, listen. For a while, it wasn't.
The TV show was Roseanne.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a time when Robin tried to change her name to Roseanne Quivers. Didn't fly.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
I'm Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. And on Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about Warren Sapp, NFL legend. He came in here and he talked about a variety of things. He talked about what it's like to have sex and how he can't hold out that long. But then we talked about some football stuff, too. Had a great moment where we talked about what it's like to sack the quarterback. Anyway, here's what happened on the wrap-up show.
I want to start off with Warren Sapp. Gary, before he came in, I was talking about it's always great when Howard interviews a football player, a professional sports player, because he doesn't really follow it, yet you end up hearing more and learning more about the athlete than you ever knew before.
The thing that makes Howard great with athletes is because he doesn't know a lot about sports, there's no hero worship. So it's not, oh my God, Warren Sapp here. So Howard's like, oh, there's a football player here that people say is pretty good, and he seems very interesting. So there's none of that like, oh my God, I saw you when you were in Miami, I saw you in the Super Bowl. So all that shit goes out the window. So all the interviews you've heard Warren Sapp do, this one's already different.
Do you think Warren is an angry guy?
I thought that the interview was contentious in a funny way.
What do you mean?
I mean that there were times where Warren seemed irritated by Howard, but because Howard didn't seem to have his facts right. And I mean, I never thought it was going to, come to anything, but he was like he was sort of mixing it up with Howard, not taking any shit from him.
Yeah, and I thought that made him an interesting guest.
Absolutely.
But do you remember that draft when he was just plummeting in the NFL and eventually got picked by Tampa?
Vaguely. Who was the number one pick in that draft?
Oh, God, I don't know. It was 95? I don't remember. Will, you should probably come down with that. But I do know. I know that's the year the Jets took Kyle Brady before Warren
Yes,
Sapp.
of course. But I do have a major.
John Carter. That's who it was.
I have a major connection with Warren. We were talking about today. He and I did Hollywood Squares together, and we spent the whole day together. And at the time, this had to be like 99, 2000 or something like that. And he gave me his cell phone number. He said, "I really want to do Howard Stern show." After we went to break, he got up and he said, "There's only two people I've ever wanted to be on this show. You and Letterman, and now I've done that." So he had given me his number, and I called him a bunch of times trying to get him on the show. It just never worked out.
I'm glad he came on today. Scott in Mississippi, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, how's it going?
Good, Scott. What's on your mind?
It's kind of. I'm glad Gary brought up the bounty scandal with the New Orleans Saints with him because, for a guy that says that he had a conspiracy theory on his draft pick, he sure does, and how people make up evidence. He sure didn't have a whole lot of opinion on that whenever he brought it up.
Well, I brought it up, and he said that he had a source that told him that Jeremy Shockey was a whistleblower. That was it. What's the conspiracy theory?
Well, the fact that the NFL hadn't brought out any evidence against the Saints, except for like 200 pages that they claimed to have 5,000, and he just didn't have a whole lot of opinion on the bounty scandal in general. Just the fact that he had
we didn't ask him whether we thought it was wrong or right. He basically said, "I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I don't need $1,000 isn't going to make me hit a guy any harder."
Which I thought was interesting. Like that is why are people offended by it? Was it the hit to injure somebody?
Yeah, right. In other words, you're giving somebody money if you can knock somebody out of a game. And even though football is an incredibly violent game, and even though people get hurt all the time, to say that you're going out there, I mean, I guess you could say, I'm going out there and I'm going to, play my best, but you can't say I'm going to go out there and,
so the bounty wasn't just for a tackle, allegedly. It was for an actual injury?
It could be for a variety. If you knock a guy out.
If you knock somebody out of the game, you get X amount of dollars.
If a guy limps off the field, whatever it is, that sort of thing.
But, yeah, Warren made it very clear. He was like, look, the money's nothing at that point because they're all doing very well in the NFL. And I thought with Shockey, he said he had a source and that was it and kind of wanted to move off of that.
I will wonder, because Warren works for the NFL, right?
Right. Well,
he works for NFL Network now.
He was on NFL Network and he's on a show on Showtime called Inside the NFL, which I believe the NFL controls pretty well too, right?
He's not on Inside the NFL anymore.
But I'm saying, when I brought it up, he said, "I'm on the NFL Network." He goes, "He said it when he was on the NFL Network, but he got thrown off the show. He didn't say it on.
Right.
That's the show he got tossed off of." But I thought I thought there was a lot of very interesting insight into football today. He kept bringing up the point, like, I play for pleasure on Sunday. It's the other 6 days they pay me. He goes, I go out there, that's pleasure. And his description of what it's like to beat a tackle and get to the quarterback and put him down, I thought was amazing.
Did you think he was going to be a bigger guy? I guess you had met him before, though.
And I think when I met him, he was a bigger guy.
Yeah. Well, he said he came out of high school. Down. He was 225 in high school, and he was over 300 when he was playing pro.
Right.
I mean, but he said he's smaller, but he was fast, and that's really why he was such an exceptional.
Well, and he made the joke, which I don't think Howard got. He goes, I feel like I'm a big guy with a safety.
Yeah.
Did you guys understand what he said? What he was saying that would have been a motivation for making up drug reports about him?
No, I don't think nobody understood what he had a conspiracy theory.
He said there was two new teams.
He said Jacksonville and Carolina were the expansion teams he was talking about.
Right.
And he said, but he never explained what the reason would be. Like
why would help someone if he wasn't.
Well, he said that there had to be an explanation why one of those teams didn't take him.
Right.
But I don't know who would be behind that. So does it mean that neither one of those teams wanted him, so they colluded to have him lower so it didn't look bad for them?
I couldn't figure it out. I mean, in Jacksonville took Baselli and Carolina took Kerry Collins. So who knows? The bottom line is Tampa had a great draft, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl a few years later. Bobby in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, now. How are you guys?
Hey, Bobby.
This is like a recurring theme that I listen, avid listener. Howard always talks about kind of prematurely going. He can't hold his own sexually. And today Warren said the same thing. It baffles my mind that men that have been having sex for so long, still can't hold off. I don't know. It's weird to me that someone, even like Warren, who's had so many people in his life, like still will admit to something like premature ejaculation. It's just very odd. I wanted to know what you guys thought about
Well,
that.
I'm going to tell you right now, I fall more into their category, and I do feel really immature about it. But then I guess there's a part of me that says I still get excited. And that's a good thing.
Right.
It's better than being.
Yeah.
It's better than being. Not being able to. Like, I would be much more embarrassed not to be able to get an erection.
I think when Dax and Bradley were in there, they talked about that too. Like, do you remember, Benji, who said that? Like, anybody who says they're going an hour, it's just not true.
Or I think Dax was saying that it's not like women, guys who don't understand women, that women don't want it that long.
I've heard women say, like, not porn women, but women that I know say, you don't want a guy fucking you for an hour. That's just ridiculous. And it's like, get on with it already.
But every time I think, okay, this is a time. This is a time I'm gonna make it last. I'm gonna and then.
Do you ever have one of those where you're just doing so well, and then as soon as you tell yourself you're doing well, that's the end of it?
Jeff in Pittsburgh, you're on the wrap-up show.
That's what I'm saying. That was a great interview. It was one of those interviews where you felt like three guys sitting around a kitchen table with a woman in the background being robbed, and it just turned out to be a great interview, man.
Yeah, it was really good. And by the way, you really need to see it on Howard TV, because Will came over and he'll attest to this. Some of the faces that Warren was making, there was one time where Howard was talking about something and he had like this complete look of shock, and then he would have a look of anger. It was just he was making really funny faces.
Hey, it's Richie Wilson. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, there was a big discussion on who was omitted from my wedding invite list. A couple of guys from the radio side were a little pissed off. Lisa G wouldn't come down. And I think it all worked out well in the end because I defended myself and I explained why I cut those people off the list. So check it out.
And we're going to get into Richie Wilson's wedding list. Some people left off. Some people, only actually 4 or 5 left off, mostly everybody included. I think on this show, the only way, not the only way, but almost the only way you find out how someone really feels about you is when these situations occur.
Well, I got a question for Richie. Did you see this bit coming?
Oh, yeah. You knew it was inevitable.
Right.
And when you're in it, Richie, I mean, you said yourself, you're black and white. This is how you stand. If someone doesn't like you, you want to know. And I'm sure you feel the same way. If you don't like somebody, you're going to let them know.
They know.
So did any of this come as a surprise to anybody today?
Richie does let people know,
yes,
right?
He does.
Where there are a lot of people here who
I mean, with everything, if I like a restaurant, if I like a movie, if I like this, it's
but it's different
yes
with people.
No, but it's yes and no. I'm not going to
people are at restaurants,
but I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass or up anybody's ass and be smiling to their face and then not like them or talk shit behind their back.
I think that the one thing I would disagree with you about today is when you said it's black and white. It really isn't black and white. In other words, there's people that I like here, and there's people that I like more than others here. And the people that I don't like as much as others doesn't mean I don't like them. It just means I haven't gotten to know them as well. And so there's a lot. It's not black and white. I don't need to love someone or hate someone. There is a middle ground.
There is. Okay, then there's like, indifferent, and don't like.
Well, no, there's like a little bit more. It's not like, indifferent, and hate.
But
I mean, it is to you,
okay,
maybe.
like Steve Brandano. I like Steve. I am very fond of Steve. But I think we have maybe 4 words a year to each other.
But okay,
you know what I mean? So, and I like Steve.
But you got to the point where there were 5 people.
Actually, no, there's more. There's more. Ralph's not on the list.
Is Tracy?
Millman, yes. Because Rachel and Tracy hang out a lot off the air with Richard, Christie's wife, and all those girls hang out.
I totally understand me being off the list. Totally get that. I was surprised at Will and Steve because it just seems a little glaring. But I think that having done this, it's always glaring when you leave somebody off.
Yeah, Will, you seem surprised in the sense that not that you were left off, but like Jason and other people were included.
Yeah, no, I did not expect to be invited to the wedding. But then when I saw that everybody else was invited, I go, okay, this is a message that he doesn't like you.
No, I like Will. There has to
just
be
not enough to invite him.
Cutoff line at some point. Like, okay, why wasn't I invited to your wedding?
I invited probably 3 guys from Howard TV. I didn't invite anybody from our news department.
That's all he invited from your office. 3
What do you
guys.
mean?
He invited John, Jason,
Scott the engineer,
all the on-air people,
Tracy. Basically, all the people that his wife had a relationship. Did you invite anyone from the office that you wanted there?
Initially, the whole horseshoe, I was going to say no as a whole to.
What's the horseshoe?
The whole
The bullpen?
area. Yeah, no as a whole to.
Right.
And Rachel was like, listen, I want John there. I've had a relationship with John. John's a great guy. I want him there. And then I said, okay, anybody else? And she said, Jason. I email Jason a lot. Every time I see him, we have a great time together. I want Jason there. And I said, great.
Jason, good friends.
Yeah, I was sort of surprised by that too.
They every time she's up here, they get their little. They get like a little chatter group going. The two of them.
Rachel Fine, Richie Wilson. I like her. She helps me out with the website. We talk dipping sauces all the time. She actually. I went to go see her last year sing in the city, and actually I think that made Richie and I better friends because then we found out we both watched the same TV shows, and you know.
And so what's your relationship with Benji? Because Benji's always the wild card.
See, it's interesting. This is going to be fun. Benji got an invite without a +1. Benji got a solo invite.
Because I date Rachel.
No, Benji, is that insulting to you in any way?
Well, yeah, because I have a girlfriend, and that's a serious girlfriend.
And I'll be honest about that.
You don't want? Is it specifically
I'll tell
you don't
exactly
want her
why.
there?
We had 3 interactions with Elisa. 2 of them were extremely unpleasant.
Well,
do you know about that?
Well, when I didn't get a +1,
and
I
we also don't
assumed
want the
it was
Benji. We don't want the Benji and Elisa show.
But Benji, did you know that there were 2 unpleasant interactions with your girlfriend and Rachel and Richie?
I don't know. If you want to, I don't know.
The first one was the night you brought her to Rick's to introduce her to a bunch of people, and she was very cold and rude to everybody there that night. And the second one was the Christmas party where she was just extremely rude to everybody.
Well, she was weird. I don't know that she was rude. She was odd.
No, but like when people said hello, it was hi and gave out like the. Like the bent hand.
Yeah, but she was. I look at her. She was under the hypnotic shtick coma of Benji.
She was in shtick coma.
Well, I wasn't gonna make a big deal, but when I didn't get a +1, I wasn't gonna go because I took that as a intentional.
And we
slight.
figured that you were not gonna come.
That's the best invite ever. So if I haven't been, he won't come.
So it wasn't. It was intentional.
No, but we figured we didn't want Elisa there. But we figured if we did that, Benji wasn't going to come. But we like Benji, and we wanted to invite Benji, but we knew.
But I think I don't know. You're being very insulting to my girlfriend, who is a wonderful person. And if you don't like her, that's fine.
I'm just going by the interactions I've had. They've been unpleasant.
But you realize it's hard to split a couple up. In other words,
I know
you would be insulted if you were invited and someone said they didn't want Rachel.
If Benji got invited myself and not Rachel, I wouldn't go either.
All right, I do want to talk about one other thing because. The thing that I found most interesting this morning, like I said, I did not expect to be invited. When he said why Will wasn't invited, he had, I thought, a fairly reasonable explanation. Same for Steve. But Lisa G, flat out, you just don't like Lisa G.
No, she's a dud. Come on. You want somebody that was going to be fun. And we, listen, in the past, especially in the past few months with the way she's been on the show, with her whole, she wants to be paid for everything. She just let
But are you basing this on the show or a personal relationship?
Both. She leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Right, so you don't like her.
Yeah, pretty much, and she knows that. It's.
Does she? I got the impression when I saw her today that she might have learned it for the first time.
Oh no, she knows.
This came as a surprise to Lisa.
I think so. I went back to the office because I dropped off a piece of paper, and I just I said, "Were you surprised?" She's like, "A little."
Tim Sabian, are you offended that you're one of the few who are not invited to the Wilson Fine affair?
Well, Richie and I have known each other for a while, and I didn't really expect to be invited. I love Richie. I have no problems with him. I think we get along great, and we're just not. We don't hang out afterwards. If we hang out, it's comfortable. But we just don't spend a lot of time.
I will tell you this, Richie.
I would invite Tim. If I spend more time with Tim, he'd be on there in a second.
By the way, I honestly
he's out of control.
think a lot of Richie's stuff. I think there's a lot of jealousy against my girlfriend. I think Rachel is threatened by my girlfriend and jealous.
Not at all.
And I like Rachel
and
a lot.
Not at all threatened or
Don't worry
jealous.
about it, Richie. Tim won't go anyway.
Two of the encounters I found jealousy, and one I found pleasant.
No, we're doing the Benji shtick.
Steve.
I'm not going to get into that.
No, I'm telling you, girls are very jealous of my girlfriend because she's very hot, and it makes a lot of girls very jealous.
She is very hot.
I know you were wondering, why are you on this list?
I'll say this with people in this room, and I don't know how that goes, but I was not expecting to get invited to Richie's wedding, and what he said on the air is what I would expect. The problem is I know there's been contention with Gary in the past. Even Will, and there's been friction with Will and Richie, and I know that he doesn't like Lisa G. So with that math, then that's what worries me, because then I'm either
you're the exception. You're okay,
but then by
I
that,
understand your point. I understand your point.
Okay, all right. Because everybody else, like he said, like if Lieberman's going and Scott and JD and blah blah blah. And
I mean, Lieberman's only been here for 9 months.
Yeah, so then I was just the guy that got left off, which it wouldn't be the first time. So
but I also interact with Lieberman a lot more, and Rob Martin I work with all the time, and I hang out.
You work with
Rob.
everyone here all the
but
time.
I hang out with Rob. I hang out with Rob. Rob and I are friends.
Look, when you say you hang out, like where do you guys hang out? Like what would you do?
Drinking. We go out to bars. Like I set him up on a date with a friend of mine.
Wait, hold on, guys. Will, what do you want to say?
No, I was just going to say, you can be honest. If it's because you don't like me, I know you said you don't like Gary, then that's fine. But I just wish you would say that rather than...
Right, you say you would tell somebody, so I want you to tell them.
Will. I like you. I don't know what the problem is. I like you.
Well, we also heard the comment, too, that, it was very black and white.
Right,
and, like, that's what worries me, too. Like, how could that be?
If I like you, I don't like you. And I like you, Will. I don't. Right. I mean, I do. I like you a lot. and I mean, there was that one time where you may have thought I was being cold, and you called me out on it, and it really made me say, "Oh shit, maybe I was being a little off to Will," and I felt bad about it. All right, and I made a conscious effort not to, because I like you.
Did the okay, because you like Steve? Do people in different groups, like if Steve's rank of like, if someone in the TV room, would they have to have the same? If they had the same rank
Howard
of
TV
like,
guys not invited to the
no. What I'm saying is,
who are the Howard TV guys?
Is the threshold of like for Steve the same as someone in the Howard TV room, or do you have different?
But I also spend a lot more time with the Howard TV guys than I do with Steve.
So it is safe to